If you're looking for the best sports memorabilia and card break room on the internet, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Tonight's action will move fast, so we want to prep you for what you're about to see on your screen. First, the all-important dice roll number. At the top of the show, the host will randomize a series of numbers. The number selected from the randomizer will become the dice roll number for the entire show. Meaning every mystery box that is broken, the names of every collector will be placed on a list and randomized using the dice roll number for the show. Next, you see this black ticker down here? This shows you which numbers are still available in each and every Ultimate Autographs mystery box series. When a break fills or sells out, the host will ask for a number. This is where you make your selection from. Simply type a number in the chat, and the host will pick the first number they see. Throughout the show, you may see two different types of breaks: divisional and top spot. Divisional breaks are most common. In this format, all 8 individuals who enter a football-themed break will be positioned next to one of 8 football divisions after their names are randomized using the show's dice roll number. When the mystery box is opened, the football division of the team represented in that mystery box becomes the winning division. The lucky collector whose name is randomly placed next to that football division takes home the signed piece of authenticated memorabilia. Our top spot format is typically reserved for giveaways, college-themed series, and non-football breaks. In a top spot break, all names are added to a list. They are randomized using the show's dice roll number. At the end of the randomization, the name at the top becomes the winner of the signed item or prize. Breaking sports memorabilia has never been easier or more fun than it is in Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Remember, every mystery box series you see on the show can also be purchased as a personal mystery box that is either shipped directly to your home for you to open, or you can request to have it opened on a future Ultimate Autographs Live Breaks broadcast. Also, while you're waiting for your break to fill, we encourage you to look around ultimateautographs.com to see if you find a piece of memorabilia you love and want to add to your collection. And don't forget, every live break spot you purchase automatically earns you 6% back in UA cash that you can later exchange for a mystery box or a signed item of your choosing. All right, the time has come. Let's break some certified, authentic sports memorabilia in Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Tell them, boys.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. I'm Kamen here with Mike. It's going to be a fun show, Mike. We have our Hurricane Ditka break ready to go. That's a brand new series. We dropped it last night, but we're very, very early in it. So whole bunch of headliners out there. We've got Money Moves, a lot of really good hidden headliners in that series. We're moving through the minis. We got about 20 minis left, which means we have 10 double box breaks. That's the one that we can possibly wrap up the show for sure tonight. Looking to wrap that up. It's going to be a fun show. How are you doing tonight, Mike? Or today, rather, this afternoon.
I know.
I'm so used to working together at night.
I am doing all right. You know, just doing all right. Ready for that big duck coach.
Duck coach. All right, let's throw the dice roller up. This is the randomizer that's up. Let's throw the dice roller up. We need 6 or higher to play. Let's see what we got here. 5, that won't do. How about an 8, my lucky number? That works. That'll do. That was a dice roll last night, too, I guess. I didn't need to change it. Remove it. Wheel of Names. Come on, wheel. Refresh, buddy. There's the Wheel of Names. All right, let's see what our chase item of the day is going to be. All right, Multi-Sport Slabs, Mike. You know that is probably the best series in terms of if you're looking for big name athletes. Hardly a bad hit in that series.
It's my favorite.
It's might be my favorite. It's certainly up there. So Multi-Sport Slabs, that's going to be a lot of fun. How is everyone doing in the chat? First break, Hurricane Ditka, Colton Bicker, Jeremy Field, James Strode, Jason Brown, James Kilborn, Travis Honga, and Bob Boulay are in here. If we can get a box number, guys. And while I wait on you for that box number, I'm actually going to go ahead and throw the randomizer up and show people some of the helmets we have in this series, because it's pretty good, Mike. Let's hype this bad boy up, because the hype is certainly worth it. So this is who we have in this series. We got a Ray Lewis Eclipse. These are all full-size authentics. A Mike Ditka Flash, the only Bears coach to lead us to the Super Bowl. Jalen Ramsey Lunar, Tyreek Hill Lunar. I think that's the only one that's been pulled so far. Doug Williams Flash, Marshall Faulk, J.J. Watt, and you're getting me the box number. You don't want to get up and move. That sounds good. Bob Boulay's coming through.
You want to,
Twitch?
No, did you introduce Lynn Dickey yet?
Let me introduce Lynn Dickey real fast. So, take the randomizer down, showing you guys what that series is all about. Dutch item of the day, Lynn Dickey, a few minor scratches up top. You see that little white scratch there. Really a small scratch in the back there as well, but that's our full-size authentic Eclipse. Lynn Dickey, more than 23,000 career passing yards. 1983 NFL passing touchdown leader, Lynn Dickey. Beautiful looking helmet. That's our Dutch item of the day. I believe it's up for $400.
400.
Bob Boulay, thank you for the box number. Tyson Langston, good afternoon to you. And everyone else in the break room, we are ready for a fun day.
Lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7 for Bob.
And going lucky number 8 times.
Hey, I love it.
How about that?
All right, so we'll go to the randomizer for your divisions. Yeah, I think the only headliner gone in that is Tyreek Hill. Hey, Cody Neff, how are you, Cody? Big win for the boys last night. Granted, they played a bunch of backups, but hey, big win for the boys regardless. You can never take a win in the NFL for granted. Just ask the Indianapolis Colts. Sorry for our Colts fans in the room. They can still come back, but they are currently losing to the Jaguars. Would lose out on what seemed like a guaranteed playoff spot. So we'll see.
They do have the ball right now.
Okay, what's the score? Is it still 16-3?
It's still 16-3.
16-3.
With
okay.
about 7 minutes left in the third.
All right, there's still time to come back.
Plenty.
For Katrina, Nick, Tony Payne, and the sake of all our Colts fans, I hope they do.
Me too.
Jeremy Fields, you're in the NFC North. James Kilborn, you're in the NFC South. Jason Brown, out in the NFC East. Bob Boulay in the NFC West. Jeremy Field, AFC North. James Strode, AFC South. Travis Honga, AFC East. Colton Bicker, AFC West. Whole bunch of different people. Does anyone even have 2 spots in here, Mike? There's a lot of J's, so I'm trying to run through these J's. Jeremy Field has 2, I think.
I think he's got he's got 2.
But we have 7 different people in here.
We do.
The Brines have no fingernails left, says Bob.
Oh, yes.
Probably not.
Yes, he's right.
Wish them the best of luck. Wish you, Bob, and everyone else in this break the best of luck. Let's pull a headliner, Mike.
Be sweet.
That'd be a good way to start. Not a headliner, but it is, say it with me, 12-time Pro Bowler.
Oh,
my
baby.
Goodness. Will Shields on the full-size authentic Eclipse. I'm a Chiefs fan. Like Will Shields, a 12-time Pro Bowler, pro and college football Hall of Famer. On the O-line from 93 to 06, 3-time first-team All-Pro, 4-time second-team All-Pro. This man is a beast. He's also, what does this say in the back? Walter Payton, 2003 NFL Man of the Year. So a really good guy as well on and off the field. Will Shields, AFC West. Colton Bicker, it seems like whenever Colton has the AFC West, he gets a win. Often seems that he gets a Chiefs player. Colton, good start, my man. Congratulations on the Will Shields hit.
William Shields.
William Shields.
Hey, just so everybody knows, even though that was our only full break, we are dangerously close on some other breaks. We are only 2 slots away on any given Saturday.
Sweet.
We are only 5 slots away, which is halfway because it is a 10-spot top spot break for multi-sport slabs, which is the chase.
All right.
And 5 left in spanning through time jersey series.
Colton's a beast, says Sean.
Colton is a beast.
Colton is a beast. Colton's a great guy.
There's a link for the live breaks page in the chat if y'all want to hop in and fill out some breaks.
Colton's been very active in our break room the last few weeks. Colton, we can't thank you enough. Helping move our shows. You are definitely one of our top dog customers at the moment. Top dog. Top dog as far as spending money. But, I mean, we love everyone regardless of how much you spend. You guys know this by now. All it takes is one spot to win. Yep. We've definitely witnessed that throughout the last week.
And sometimes all it takes is one spot to close.
That's true. Jeffrey Todd, not a name I recognize. Jeffrey Todd, if you are by some chance here, we do have a personal order from Jeffrey Todd in the T-Sizzle. If you are watching Jeffrey, we can open that live on the air for you.
Jeffrey has got a lot of orders with us, but
maybe it's a customer who was gone and then made his way back to the break room.
Got 2 first names.
He does.
He does.
That's a good point. All right, so let's take a look at some of these NFL scores. Oh my gosh, Mike. Did Carson Wentz throw a pick or something? Because the Jags got first and goal back on the Colts 9-yard line.
Or a fumble-rooski.
Yeah, 16-3. They get a touchdown here. They're up 20 points. I think the Colts are toast at that point. No way back from that. So the Steelers and Ravens, all of a sudden, I believe both have a shot to make the playoffs with the win. Steelers down 10-6 in the third quarter. They do have the ball near midfield right now. So that'll be a fun one to track. Tennessee Titans looking to wrap up the top seed in the AFC. They're up 21-7 on the Texans. Washington football team 12-0 over the Giants in a meaningless game. The Bears, hey, look at the Bears keep getting wins when it doesn't matter. They're up 17-10 in the third against the Vikings.
Who's at the helm today? Who's QBing?
I think it's Andy Dalton today.
Okay, fair enough.
The quarterback carousel that we have in Chicago. He's played really well. 22 of 32, 236 yards, and a touchdown for Andy Dalton.
He is definitely not a bad quarterback. I would never say Andy Dalton's a bad quarterback, but you know what? He's
average.
Great backup.
He's a great backup.
Be a great
mediocre
backup.
Starter, but great backup for sure in Chicago. I mean, at this point, obviously, with Andy Dalton not having, or excuse me, Justin Fields not having developed, they don't really lose much no matter who starts. Whether it's Dalton, Foles, or Fields, they're roughly at about the same level, I feel like, at least in the current moment. Justin Fields obviously has the most long-term potential. So that's a look at some of the NFL games. We'll be monitoring those throughout the show. Mike, I do want to let the people know about some series that we have. So I showed you guys the Hurricane Ditka. We have the Ditka Flash, Ray Lewis Eclipse, Marshall Faulk, Jalen Ramsey Lunar, J.J. Watt. So really good helmets in that series. One series that I think has been underlooked in this room for sure is the Money Moves. I know it's priced pretty high, but we saw how people went for the Brady. We have a sick Marshall Faulk Speedflex Lunar, a Travis Kelce Flash, and an O.J. Simpson Camo. Those are some of the helmets that are still out there in that series. But perhaps more importantly for our Cowboy fans in the room, we've got a Deion Sanders Cowboys Flash. We've got a Tony Dorsett. We've got a Tony Romo. We've got Champ Bailey in this series. Justin Jefferson. Sean Alexander. I mean, Ty Law. So that's a really, really good series. Happy to get that one moving along. And then T-Sizzle, of course. T-Sizzle is still relatively new. We haven't gone through too many T-Sizzles so far. I know we have more than half of them left. I know we have the Perrines are chasing that Dwight Freeney. They already got the Robert Mathis. Terrell Suggs is out there, top 10 all-time in sacks. Antonio Gates, I think, is still out there in T-Sizzle, I believe. He might not be, actually, but I think
I pulled him.
Yeah, Terrell Suggs is out there, though, top 10 in sacks. We've got Jamal Charles, number 2 all-time in yards per carry, is out there. Stephon Diggs Flash. So, pretty good series to do.
Kamen, Christopher Pesta just put in a personal for any given Saturday. Mr. Pesta, are you out there?
Yeah, we can do your personal, Christopher. I want that Deion so bad. Did you say there's a Brady, Bucks, or Pats? Sean, there isn't a Tom Brady helmet in that series. I just mentioned it because in the money, our last full-size authentic series was priced at $70, and because there was a Tom Brady, people went crazy in that series. Mike, you and I were in here. We did like 20 of those breaks in one night. It was wild. So no Tom Brady in that one, but that series is about as good as the Tom Brady series if you take out the Brady helmet. The rest of the helmets are typically on par with how good that series is. So go ahead and open it, says Christopher Pesta. All right, Christopher, what number would you like? So any given Saturday, we've got basically 23, 30, 33, 34 on the ticker. and we have pretty much everyone 35 through 50. If you want to get 35 through 50, we should have every single box on that. We have them all in the room. I know for the personals, we give you guys an opportunity to get yourself any box number that we have left.
All right, we are knocking down slots, but we are not full on anything yet. We only have one slot remaining on any given Saturday. Number one, we only have 3 slots remaining on our chase, which is multi-sport slabs. 5 left in T-Sizzle. 5 left in Hurricane Ditka number 2. 5 left in Spanning Through Time. 7 left in Money Moves. And all 8 spots in All the Small Things.
All right, here we go. Box 50. Christopher Pesta saying, hey, you guys are saving something good for the last box, aren't you?
Gotta be.
That's what he thinks.
That's what I think so most of the time, too.
All right, well, hey, we'll find out, Christopher. Here you go. Personal, any given Saturday, box 50. Let's see what we got here. Nikki's even saying, Bob, Colts are ready for the offseason. Oh, my gosh. Well, hey, there is something good in here. How about Sean Alexander, the 2005 MVP, set the touchdown record at the time. One of the best running backs in the 2000s. A really, really good player out of Alabama. He was a beast with the Seahawks. He even signed a religious scripture here, Psalms 47:9. I can't even read what that is exactly, but we know that he signs that one a lot. Bob Boulay knows what it is. Sean Alexander, I like this. He set that touchdown record. LaDainian Tomlinson broke it. It was Priest Holmes set it, then Alexander broke it, then Tomlinson broke it over him. But this was one of the best running backs in the 2000s. The Seahawks had some good running backs that would run you over. Sean Alexander, Marshawn Lynch after that. Pretty good hit. This wasn't even a headliner in that series, Mike. That tells you how good it is.
Sick.
Nice, says Christopher Pesta.
And any given Saturday is filled up, and the list is ready to go for you, my man.
All right, sweet. We're going to do any given Saturday, the actual break next.
Nice.
If you are in that break, if you guys can give us 2 box numbers, they are running through the ticker. I'm going to write this up, but then I will give you guys a chance to give us those box numbers. Christopher Pesta, nice win. Personal is a way to get yourself a guaranteed win. You guys know that by now. Clean that up a little bit here.
There we go, there we go, there we go.
So that was Sean Alexander on the personal. Christopher Pesta, very nice. Christopher Pesta is a big Cowboys fan. And guys, like I said, we have a whole bunch of Cowboys helmets in the Money Moves series. If you like Tony Romo, if you like Tony Dorsett, if you like Deion Sanders.
Dion.
Awesome. The Green Bay helmet is for sale, Hunter. That is our Dutch item of the day. It's up on the site for $400. Right now, you can take home this Lynn Dickey, Packers Hall of Famer, one of the great Packers quarterbacks of all time, 1983 passing touchdown leader. So I know we've got Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Bart Starr are some of the top dogs, but Lynn Dickey's another one of those Packers quarterbacks that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Tony, I believe Calvin Johnson doesn't sign that much, Mike, but
He does not.
when we get him in the room, you'll be the first to know, I'll tell you that much. So any given Saturday, number 1, Jason Brown, Zachary Erickson, Michael Crisp, Graham Elliott, Bill Norton, Colton Bicker, and Scott Harmon. Guys, we have 23, 30, and basically 33 through 42 available as far as box numbers. We need 2 of them. Pitiful showing today indeed. Pitiful showing, Nick. I'm really sorry. 23 says Bill Norton. All right, Bill. 23 is my second favorite number. 23 is going off the ticker. That is a double box break, guys. So we need 1 more box number besides 33. Okay, Bill's going 23 and 33. Michael Jordan and Larry Bird.
Hey, you know what I have to say about the Colts game, though?
What's that?
It ain't over till it's over. They still got a whole quarter left.
All right.
And they're in Jacksonville territory.
Mike is ever optimistic.
They're in Jacksonville territory, and just to be fair, the Colts are playing, I will say it again, Jacksonville. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Last place in the NFL, Jaguars.
That's what I'm saying.
Third in the league.
There's a chance. Switch it into existence.
Let's get that Lynn Dickey down, like, let's say 350. I know we have a customer in here might be interested. We'll knock off $50 on that Dutch for you.
Cool.
It's over. You heard me, says Nick. Okay. All right. Nick is not very optimistic. The problem with it, Mike, is, and you and I were talking about this before the show, the Colts win because of Jonathan Taylor and their running game. Yep. When you're down big, you're going to have to rely on Carson Wentz. I would rather rely on Jonathan Taylor than Carson Wentz.
Who's better, Jonathan Taylor or Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
I don't know. That's a great question. We're going 8 times for your divisions, guys. Any given Saturday, break number 1 for today. Really, really good list of headliners in this series. We've still got Devontae Adams Lunar, Adrian James Flash, Jeff Saturday Lunar, Eric Dickerson, the all-time single-season record holder in rushing yards, and we have a Tony Dorsett Flash. So a whole bunch of good running backs in this series, Mike.
Heck yeah.
Whole bunch of good running backs. Maybe the Perrines can hop in and snag some of those Colts items because they need something good happening.
Oh, that's good, Bob. That's good.
I like that, Bob. Michael.
Only when he's at home, though.
AR. Who is AR?
Allen Robinson?
Allen Robinson? I don't know who AR is.
That's who I would say it is, because
I'm not sure.
We're Chicago guys. But...
Michael Crisp, you're in the NFC North. Alex A., you're in the NFC South. Scott Harmon, NFC East. Bill Norton, calling out the box numbers. You're in the NFC West. Zachary Erickson loves the minis. He's in the AFC North. Jason Brown in the AFC South. Colton Bicker got a win earlier in the AFC East. And Graham Elliott out in the AFC West. We'll go chronologically. We'll start with 23. Let's see what we got here. All right, Mike. This is a guy you and I recognize. How about Jalen Johnson,
hey.
The Bears cornerback, the second-year corner, 9 pass deflections this season. He had a key interception against Joe Burrow. The Bears beat the Bengals this year. Can you believe it?
Nope.
Jamar Chase didn't go wild in that game, and that's because Jalen Johnson marks the number 1 on the other team. Really solid cornerback for the Bears. I'll tell you this, Robert Quinn, the Bears they've got Roquan Smith. They got some good pieces on that defense. Michael Crisp, NFC North, 1 spot in there. You know it, Mike. All it takes is 1 to win. Jalen Johnson. Very nice, Michael. NFC North, AFC West hits the first day. They must know that I'm a Bears and Chiefs fan. Somehow the randomizer and the boxes know. Somehow they know. And hey, you're Mike. We got a Mike winning here. So there you go.
That's right.
Very nice. Whole bunch of headliners gone. We're more than halfway done with this series, and we still have 5 out of 8 headliners left.
Wow.
So a lot of good stuff to come.
Hey, everybody, we are only 3 slots away on our chase. Multi-sport slabs. Link is in the chat.
Oh, Hunter wants Aaron Rodgers. I see Hunter. Okay, well, hey, it's number 12. Maybe he thought it was Rodgers. It's Lynn Dickey instead. Aaron Rodgers, I say this, Mike, along with Patrick Mahomes, is probably the most talented quarterback in the National Football League. Josh Allen's up there. Obviously, Tom Brady. But if we're talking pure talent, I respect Aaron Rodgers a whole bunch. I respect him for playing today. I don't respect him as much off the field, but I am a Bears fan too, so he is interesting, but no doubting his talent. He's not a guy that signs a whole lot either, I don't think.
He doesn't sign a ton, no.
No.
And when he does sign, he does not sign a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't often do a signing, you know? Like, he won't show up to a signing. He'll still, like, sign some autographs for some people.
Sure.
You know?
Interception, Steelers in the end zone. Let's go, says Sean. I did have the Steelers plus 3.5 today, so...
Who had that pick? Who had that pick for Pittsburgh? Or they threw at one in the end zone?
I'm not sure. All right. Nick and Katrina, you might as well hit up Jason Brown, because he's taking home Edgerrin James Flash, Miami Hurricanes. This is A Hall of Fame running back, 13th all-time in career rushing yards, more than 12,000 of them. 4th overall pick in 99 out of Miami. Twice led the NFL in rushing yards. NFL 2000s all-decade team. This is Edgerrin James with the U. Look at that Miami
Sick.
flash. Edgerrin James, you kidding me? What a hit. Edgerrin James, headliner hit. We had that Edgerrin James flash in another series on the Colts. This is Edgerrin James on Miami.
The U.
The U. Nick says, yeah, I need that. All right, well, hey, you may hit up Jason Brown. Jason Brown with the nice win. Again, one spot in here. I know, did that whole break have one spot for everyone?
I believe so.
I think so, but Jason Brown, you guys saw that. All it takes is one to win. Edgerrin James, a headliner off the board. Hall of Fame running back. 13th all-time in career rush yards this man is. Very nice, Jason Brown.
He's a beast.
He's a beast, that Edgerrin James, that Jason Brown. Holy moly.
Alrighty, multi-sport slabs just sold out.
Let's
I'm gonna
go.
get that list ready right now. We only have 2 slots remaining in T-Sizzle, 3 left in the next Hurricane Ditka.
I like it. You know what I'm going to make the multi-sport slabs? I'm going to make them multicolored here. How does that sound?
Sounds fun.
Multi-sport slabs, let's see. That looks a little better. I don't know, that white sometimes on our thing doesn't look the best. Jason Brown, if you want to trade, I'm your guy, says Nick. All right, Nick. Jason Brown, you've got a trade proposition out there for you. Really, really good running back. Imagine if Peyton Manning was able to play longer with Edgerrin James and Marshall Faulk. Like,
Disgusting.
that would have been sick.
Almost wouldn't have been fair.
Colts are good at the running backs. Jonathan Taylor, just the latest one.
Alrighty, I just shifted it over and the list is ready.
Sean says, nope, I'm your guy. Okay, Jason Brown, that Edgerrin James is very coveted. We got Sean and Nick both
Pretty sweet.
wanting them.
The sick helmet.
It is a sick helmet, indeed. Let's see. Well, it's 23-3. The Colts going in for a potential touchdown. We'll see. The game I'm looking at is 10-6 Ravens. Steelers are on the Baltimore 42 in the fourth quarter. That'll be fun to track. Multi-sport slabs, Mike. Another series that is absolutely loaded. We'll have that first break coming up, but we have a sick list of headliners. Andre the Giant. Talk about something different. The famous wrestler. Charlie Sheen, the actor who's been in multiple baseball movies. Cooper Kupp, leading the league in every receiving stat. Deion Primetime Sanders as a baseball player. We have Josh Allen, the young talented quarterback. LeBron James, one of the GOATs. Mike Trout, best in the game of his sport. Ray Allen, the three-point machine. Is that a Ray Allen rookie card on the Sonics?
I believe it is.
Oh, my. And then Trevor Lawrence, I believe, also a rookie card.
It is.
I'm late to the party. What did I get, says Michael Crisp. Michael Crisp, you got yourself Jalen Johnson. Chicago Bears, a second-year corner on the Flash. So congratulations on that win.
That Ray Allen is not a rookie, but it is an autograph.
It's an autograph. Okay.
Indeed.
That's pretty good. All right, so this list is ready.
It is.
We've got Derek P. in here, Tom W., Tony Pastivas in here, Graham Elliott, Colton Bicker, Chris Reitmeyer, and Jason Hall. If we can get a box number, we've got 2, 6, 8, 11, 12, and 13. All in the room. That is our chase item of the day. Everyone that's in this break will have a chance for some UA cash. 11 says.
Andrew, we have not done money moves yet.
We have not done money moves. That's one that we're trying to push today.
Actually, hold on, wait. I think you may be referring to, we did do last night's money moves, Andrew, that you were in. That you were in one that broke last night.
Okay. All right, Graham had 11. Chris, you are right behind him. You were just behind with the 13. We go with whoever came through first. Chris, maybe we can get you 13 the next break, my guy. All right, 11 on the multi-sport slabs. Nice and easy, right at the top, Mike.
Perfect. Like it was meant to be.
Yeah, it's meant to be. Multi-sport slabs, top spot break. We open the item first, then we go top spot. That's number 11. As I said, Mike, not a single bad hit in this series. All the players are really, really good. All right, here we go. Got these little envelopes now for our slabs. Am I supposed to use this, Mike?
You can use that, or you can do this. Tear the top off from like the side.
Tear the top off from the side.
Yeah, like from I don't know, like a tear, like the whole thing. Like you can do it that way.
I'll do it that way. Clearly, I'm struggle bussing with these envelopes. I see what you meant, by the way. I should have done that from the start. All right, let me... Oh, what is this? Holy cow. This is one of the famous baseball calls of all time. We have the shot called around the world baseball card. So the Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant. That is one of the famous baseball calls of all time.
Bobby Thompson.
Bobby Thompson, and arguably the greatest pennant race in baseball history. The New York Giants won the 1951 National League Championship on the final swing of the season, trailing the rival Brooklyn Dodgers by 13.5 games at one point in August. The Giants won 37 of their final 44 contests to tie the Dodgers and force a best-of-3 playoff. Blah, blah, blah. We go on and we go on. The Dodgers took a 4-1 lead in the home half of the ninth with starting pitcher Don Newcomb still on the mound. Shortstop Dalvinock led off with a single. Blah, blah, blah. They got closer. The next batter was Bobby Thompson, who took the first pitch for a strike. The second offering was chest high and a slightly inside. Thompson swung and hit it solidly. The ball traveled on a low line drive and settled into the left field stands for a 3-run homer, giving the Giants a 5-4 victory and a 1951 National League crown. The Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant indeed.
Yeah, that is signed by Bobby Thompson and Ralph Branca. Ralph Branca was the pitcher, unfortunately, that threw that pitch to Bobby Thompson.
Okay.
And that's who it is signed by. That's an extremely tough pull. That card was signed and issued back in 1991 when that 1991 Bowman card came out.
So this is pretty unique and old school hit here for multiple reasons. So Andrew may be in, is Andrew in today's break? Maybe he carried over. I'm not sure. But anywho, we're going 8 times for this. The shot heard round the world, says Bob. 7 clicks. Tony, you're up top after 7. After the 8th click, we've got Chris Reitmeyer. So Chris, good thing for you at least that you didn't get 13. You had Graham Elliott's 11. Got this great hit and got this great item. Giants win the pennant. The shot heard around the world. Very nice.
Andrew, I'm 100% certain you were the very first spot purchased maybe not the very first. Yeah, you were the very first spot purchased in that Money Moves, and it did break last night.
Yeah. So what happens sometimes is once we get slow, sometimes the producer chooses to put down that it's going to be the next morning show. And then we get a bunch of orders, and if something fills up that is labeled as the next morning, it actually breaks that night.
That's true.
And Chris Roberts I feel like I was actually at the game now, Kamen. You're welcome. The Giants win the pennant. Oh, there was a whole lot to read. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't read too much or too little.
No, you read the perfect amount because in that time we filled up Hurricane Dick at number 2.
There you go. Perfect timing.
It was perfect timing.
Giants win the pennant slab. That's very unique, Mike.
I really like that.
I'm used to seeing players. I was really confused what we had here.
Sure.
But it's pretty cool. Damn, son, says Tony. Chris Reitmeyer's giving the thumbs up. All right, Chris. Glad you like it because you are the one who took home this hit. Chris had 1 spot in there, so that's
nice.
Certainly worth more than $25, Mike.
Yeah.
Without question, Chris.
That's easily over a $200 card.
Easily over a $200 card. There you go. I like it. Chris Reitmeyer. All right, Hurricane Ditka is filled out. We are going to get rolling with that one. Jeremy Field, James Strode, Colton Bicker, my guy Matthew Kerr's in here. Matthew Kerr says I bring him the best luck, so we'll find out. Jeremy Field and Danny Dollar Cash, the recent father's in here. So get some good memorabilia for his daughter. All right, so Hurricane Ditka. We have, let's see what box numbers we have up there in the ticker. 9 says Matthew Kerr. Matthew Kerr is great at calling out box numbers. 9 is going off the ticker. And I'm going to actually take 7 off the ticker because Bob Boulay called 7 to start the party. I'm going to get 9 right now for Mr. Kerr.
All right.
Sweet.
This is the story of the Hurricane. Ditka.
I'm not even sure what you're singing right now, but I love it.
So, Hurricane. It's a great song.
Great song.
It's a great song.
I believe it. Box number 9, Matthew Kerr. There it is, number 9. All right, we're gonna go 8 times for your divisions, though, on the randomizer. Excuse me.
Take a sip of water because frogs hate water. Kidding, they love water.
All right, well, I'm taking a sip of water because I love water. 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Those are our names. I'll copy you guys into our divisions, and I'll holla at you, let you know what divisions you're in. Hurricane Ditka, Jeremy Field, you're in the NFC North. What does that mean? You can get yourself to Hurricane Ditka. Colton Bicker, you are in the NFC South. Let's see, we have a headliner in there. I'm not sure that we do. NFC East, Danny Cash is in there. NFC East in Hurricane Ditka. That could get you a Doug Williams flash. Matthew Kerr, you're out in the NFC West. You can get yourself a Marshall Faulk or a Jalen Ramsey in that one. That's pretty good. Danny Cash, AFC North. How about a Ray Lewis, Danny Cash? Jeremy Field, AFC South. I don't know that we have an AFC South guy in that division. And then we have Matthew Kerr, AFC East. And James Strode, AFC West, which has been a pretty hot division. J.J. Watt, by the way, is also NFC West, Matthew Kerr. Not yet playing the waiting game with Danny Dallas. All right. Here we go. Let's see what we got in here, Mike. This is our second break of the day, second Hurricane Ditka of the day. Got a little old school guy here, Mike.
All right.
Going a little old school. We're going not old school, only old school. We're going Hall of Fame old school.
Even better.
Even better. Let me see if he wants to hop out of here. How about this guy? How about Ron Mix? As soon as I pull him out. Mixie, Hall of Fame 1979, 9-time All-AFL Ron Mix. Great offensive tackle in the 60s and early 70s. AFL champ in 63, 9-time All-AFL, as you saw. One of the best offensive linemen in the history of the game. Ron Mixie Mix. Ron Mix, that's the AFC West, which is still hot today. That is James Strode. All right, James. One spot in there. James Strode is taking home Ron Mix.
Nice.
Sir, broadcaster's like dream. A very simple and quick name to say. Ron Mix.
Easy to pronounce.
Nice and easy.
Easy to spell.
Not a name that maybe you heard that much because he's an offensive lineman, but this man was the one killing it for the Chargers back in the day. All right, Ron Mix. We have T-Sizzle number 1 next. Filling up a bunch of breaks right now, guys. We got Colton Bicker, Matthew Kerr, Ryan Murray, and Jan Ellison all in there. T-Sizzle number 1, if we can get a box number, guys.
And just so everybody knows, we have 8 left in the next Hurricane Ditka, 10 left in the next Multi-Sport Slab, which is the Chase, 8 left in the next Any Given Saturday, 5 left in All the Small Things, all 8 left in the next T-Sizzle, 5 left in Spanning Through Time, 7 in Money Moves.
Guys, let's definitely try and do a Money Moves break because that series is pretty sick. We have a whole bunch of great Cowboys items in that series. That Deion Sanders flash is out there in Money Moves. As for the next break, T-Sizzle number 1, if we can get a box number 22, Matthew Kerr. That's his favorite number. Anytime 22 is out there, Matthew Kerr is sure to call it out. So hopefully this brings some luck to Matthew and everyone else.
The Double Deuce.
The Double Deuce. Matt Kerr is great at calling out box numbers. That last one, not the greatest hit out there, so that means this one, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. That's the thing, though. a bad hit as a Hall of Famer, that's not too bad.
And a win's a win.
A win's a win, indeed. 20. Hiding all the way at the bottom here, 22. I just want to see the Deion Sanders flash in that series. I know it's a flash. I haven't seen it myself in person, so definitely want to see that one up. Hook me up, Kamen. Let's get our mojo back, says Matthew Kerr. All right, Matthew, I will try. I'll hook someone up for sure because it's gonna be something good, as you know. All right, we're going 8 times for the divisions. 7 and 8. All right. Take the randomizer down. Throw you folks into your divisions. We've got Colton Bicker out in the NFC North. All right, Colton. We've got Ryan Murray, NFC South and NFC East. Matthew Kerr, NFC West. Jan Ellison, AFC North. Matthew Kerr, AFC South. Colton Bicker, AFC East. And Matthew Kerr, AFC West. So in the T-Sizzle, Terrell Suggs Lunar, AFC North is a big one. That's Jan Ellison. We got Jamal Charles Lunar. That's Matthew Kerr in the AFC West. Stefan Diggs Flash. I don't know. That may have been pulled. Not 100% sure. But I do know we have the Dwight Freeney Flash out there in the AFC South. That's also Matthew Kerr. So, man, you do have a few divisions for headliners. I do think Jan Ellison has a really good one with Terrell Suggs as well. But that doesn't mean that you're going to win. And you guys know this. We have good non-headliners out there as well. So let's see what we got here. T-Sizzle, number 1. Let's sizzle. Let us sizzle, Mike.
Sizzle like a piece of bacon.
All right, Matthew Kerr, we got our mojo back. AFC West, Jamal Charles, one of the great running backs of all time, one of the most underrated players in the history of the National Football League. Mike, I believe he's second all-time in career yards per carry among running backs. Jamal Charles, great pass catcher, great runner, really fast guy, had one of the great fantasy football weekends when he had like 195 receiving yards and got himself tons of fantasy points. Jamal Charles, really, really good player for the Chiefs. The only thing I can say about Jamal Charles, Mike, is this is the guy that they should have given the ball more to. That's the only issue. They had him and Thomas Jones.
Yep.
Thomas Jones got too many carries. Jamal Charles should have gotten more carries. This is a really nice helmet. It is beautiful. Good start, says Matthew Kerr. All right, Matt. Well, the mojo is back. Jamal Charles, headliner hit in T-Sizzle. Very nice. Yeah, this guy he was a machine. He led the league in rushing touchdowns in 2013, by the way, too, Matthew Kerr. This will be one of those guys that will be a borderline Hall of Famer. He might just end up being on the outside looking in. But I think had he gotten more carries, he probably would have got it. But we'll see. You never know how the voters will vote.
That's true.
Jamal Charles.
We're coming up to them announcing the ballot for the MLB this year. MLB Hall of Fame.
All right.
That's coming up, I think.
That'll be fun. And then for NFL, I know Devin Hester is on the ballot this year. As the Bears fan, I hope he gets first ballot Hall of Fame because he's the best ever at his position. Nice pull, says Caden Chisholm. Nice pull indeed. Jamal Charles. I like it. A fun story about Jamal Charles, Mike. I know you're not as big into college football. You're more of an NFL guy, but
yes.
Did you watch the 05 Rose Bowl, USC and Texas? That was billed the Reggie Bush versus Vince Young.
I did not.
Jamal Charles was a freshman on that Texas team and scored one of the key touchdowns in that game. Actually, Vince Young's knee was down. He pitched it, and Jamal Charles went all the way down for a touchdown that shouldn't have counted because Vince Young's knee was down.
Sure.
As a USC fan, I was bitter about that game. I was only a USC fan because of Reggie Bush. I loved watching him in college.
Nice.
But that was Jamal Charles was a freshman on Texas that year. Got that huge touchdown that led to the win.
So they have announced who's new to the Hall of Fame MLB voting this year.
Okay.
Carl Crawford.
Okay.
Prince Fielder.
Oh, Prince Fielder. That was a big man.
Ryan Howard.
Speaking another big man.
Yeah. Tim Lincecum.
Okay.
Justin Morneau. Joe Nathan. Big Poppy, David Ortiz.
Ooh, he should get in.
Jonathan Papelbon. Jake Peavy.
Closer.
AJ Przinsky.
Ooh.
Alex Rodriguez. Jimmy Rollins. And Mark Teixeira.
Mark Teixeira, yeah, he was good first baseman.
Yep.
Jason says, I'd like to see more basketball. You guys do mainly football. Jason, we do mainly football. I know Mike and I are two of the guys that are wanting more basketball in the room. You guys keep making suggestions. We'll let the powers that be know that you guys want more basketball. We do have basketball in 2 of our series. The multi-sport slabs have basketball, which include a LeBron James slab in that series, Ray Allen slab as well. That's a headliner. And we also have basketball items in our All the Small Things mixer. So we typically have basketball in the multi-sport slabs and the sports mixer. So we do have some basketball items right now, but we don't have basketball only things at the moment. So if you want basketball, head to the multi-sport slabs. A whole bunch of basketball in there. I know we had a Luka Doncic come out of that series that wasn't a headliner. So I would recommend multi-sport slabs for you, which is our chase item of the day. As well as All the Small Things multi-sport mixer if you want basketball. But that, I believe, is our last full break, Mike. Am I right?
That is correct. But we are getting close on some other stuff right now.
Okay.
We are, hit you with a little update. 8 left on the next T-Sizzle. We are halfway there. Only 4 left on the third Hurricane Ditka. 10 left in multi-sport slabs, 7 in any given Saturday, 5 in all the small things, 5 in spanning through time, 7 in money moves.
All right. Good deal. Let's see how. Actually, the white looks okay. It looks worse on my screen than it does on the big screen. So I changed it back to white. Sometimes that white doesn't look great with the box, but I changed it back to white. Anyways, that tells you that I've got time to do if I'm changing things. So guys, let's start filling up some breaks. Let's get moving, and let's fill out some orders so we keep breaking items. We do have our Lynn Dickey full-size authentic, $350 on the Lynn Dickey item. Mike is bringing it to me. Let's make them 300. Let's chunk off some more money on Lynn Dickey. This is a beautiful Eclipse. It is a Dutch item, just a few minor scratches up top. You see that white one right there, and a minor scratch in the back, but it's in pretty good condition, about as good as it can get for a Dutch item. Lynn Dickey, Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame quarterback.
Link is in the chat if you want to buy it, and it is marked down to $300.
$300. We're getting close to the rock bottom. Let's keep rolling, rocking and rolling, I was going to say. Looks like the Colts are toast, Mike. It's 23-3, 8:20 to go. Jags in Colts territory. The interesting game to track right now is the Ravens and the Steelers. The Ravens have a 1st and goal. They're down 10, or excuse me, the Steelers have a 1st and goal. They're down 10-6. They win that game. I believe with the Colts loss, Pitt might be in the playoffs. They needed something out of the Chargers-Raiders game. I'm not sure exactly what they need, but they're in good position in that series.
You said the Colts are toast, so did they start the game as bread?
They did.
Right.
They must have started as bread.
Now they're burnt toast?
They're burnt toast right now. It's been a disaster for the Colts. That's one of those games that you got to really look at yourself in the mirror. I mean, you're playing the worst team in the National Football League. You have a chance to clinch a playoff spot, and you lose. And not only lose, they lose big. I mean, they can get a few touchdowns and make it look close, but quite frankly, it's 26-3 with 8 minutes to go. That's just a gut-wrenching, disappointing loss for the Colts.
Oh.
What do you guys want to play? Let us know, the customers, what breaks you guys would like to play. We are now 3 away from all the small things, 4 away from spanning through time, 6 away from money moves, and it looks like the next Hurricane Ditka sold out too, huh? On my end, it shows sold out.
I haven't caught up to it yet. Must have just come in.
Sweet. The Green Bay game is pretty good. I wouldn't care if we lost to them. We're still #1 seed. Hunter, I'm a Bears fan, full disclosure, but I do like what the Packers are doing. I like the fact that they started Aaron Rodgers to give him some momentum in the game. 138 pass yards and 2 touchdowns for Aaron Rodgers. Then he took a seat after he got some momentum. He got himself going. Now he's resting. Jordan Love is in the game. Green Bay up 30-27. The Lions are driving down for the game-winning touchdown or game-tying field goal. Green Bay's got the number 1 seed wrapped up. No matter what happens to the number 1 seed, they're in prime position to make a playoff run. They're going to be playing a bunch of warm weather dome teams in the playoffs. It's going to go through Green Bay. Playoff teams include, obviously, we've got the Cowboys, who are an indoor team. We got the Rams. We got the Cardinals, the Bucks, all warm weather teams. So home field advantage is pretty big for the Packers. Bears are getting killed, LOL. Hunter, what else is new? Let's go Steelers, says Sean. Ben Roethlisberger to Chase Claypool, 13-10. How about them Steelers? Very nice. Let's go, Sean. I would like to see the Steelers get in the playoffs. Ben Roethlisberger's last run. The big story in that game outside of Ben Roethlisberger is T.J. Watt. He needed 1 sack to tie the record. He's got 1 sack. I believe he's tied Michael Strahan's record for most career sacks. Now that the Ravens are going to pass the last drive, good chance that T.J. Watt's going to tee off and get himself that sack record.
I hope so.
He's incredible. The man is a beast.
That list is ready for you.
All right, Hurricane Ditka number 3 is ready. We've got James Strode. We have Jason Brown, Jeremy Field, Colton Bicker, and Matthew Kerr. If we can get a box number, guys, Hurricane Ditka number 3, full-size authentics. We have 2, 4, 6, and 8. And you know what? I'm going to add 10 on there as well. Give you guys another number that you guys... You know, actually, I'm going to add 10 and 11. So I know some people like odd numbers. I'll give you guys a chance for an odd number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11 on Hurricane Ditka. Sweet. Sean, I thought you were a Dolphins fan. I thought Sean was a Dolphins fan. I guess he's a Steelers fan.
Okay. All Small Things is filled up as well.
All right, we got all the small things on deck. First, let's do Hurricane Ditka. If you are in this break, that is James Strode, Jason Brown, Jeremy Field, Colton Bicker, and Matthew Kerr. Can we get a box number? Time to clean out the Bears, fire everyone, and start new, Hunter. It is time to fire the coach. It's time to fire the GM, but reports out of Chicago are saying that the Bears might be keeping Ryan Pace as GM. Not something that we want to hear for sure. Kansas City's going all the way. Caden Chisholm, I'll tell you guys this.
Yeah, going all the way home.
They're going all the way to the Super Bowl. I'm a Chiefs fan. I lived 6 years in Missouri. More in Chicago. It's the Bears number 1, the Chiefs 1A. I also covered the Mizzou Tigers. I'm a Mizzou alum, and I covered Mizzou 2018-20 through 2020. Yesterday, I was screaming at my TV mic. We had a scoop and score. Nick Bolton, Mizzou Tiger, 3-star recruit in high school. I covered his games at Mizzou. Super nice guy. Second-round pick in the NFL. Wasn't supposed to be great. Late second-round pick. Nick Bolton scoops it up, scores all the way. Chiefs beat the Broncos. I was like, Nick Bolton, M-I-Z, baby. Did it for Mizzou. It was awesome to see. We taken over, Caden, indeed. So there you go.
Be cooler as if it was Michael Bolton.
I like Nick Bolton.
Maybe it's his son.
I was so happy yesterday. I was going crazy. It is not his son. It is definitely not his son.
It'd be cool if it was.
It would be cool. Oh man, yeah. Those Chiefs. The Chiefs defense looks good, and Drew Lock looked okay. Former Mizzou Tiger actually played decent yesterday.
I like how you quickly went from, yeah, Drew Lock played okay.
Well, you know, he has not played great in the NFL so far.
Not thus far.
Yeah. 2 rushing touchdowns for Mr. Locke, though. Lions scored, says Hunter. Was it a touchdown or a field goal, Lion? Hunter, that's a big difference. It was a touchdown. Oh. All right, Detroit. All right. All right, box number 6 is called out by Jason. Jason Brown. Jason had a win earlier. Didn't he get the Edgerrin James?
He did.
I think Jason Brown won that Edgerrin James Flash Miami helmet.
100% he did.
Incredible.
Looking at it right now.
Maybe it's his day, Jason. Have yourself a day. 6, 7, and 8. I give credit to the Lions for playing hard. That's a team that hasn't given up. They could easily have given up. and they haven't. Same for the Jaguars. Even the Texans are playing tough. So good to see. All right, Matthew Kerr, you're in the NFC North. That's the division of Mike Ditka, who the series is named after. We got James Strode, NFC South. Jason Brown, NFC East. Jeremy Field, NFC West. Matthew Kerr, AFC North. Jeremy Field, AFC South. AFC East is Colton Bicker. And AFC West is also Matthew Kerr. So we have Jalen Ramsey Lunar out there, Ray Lewis Eclipse, Marshall Falk, JJ Watt, Doug Williams. Whole bunch of good guys out there. Let's see if one is in here. All right, here we go. Hayden, are you just a Chiefs fan or are you a Mizzou fan also? Hunter, I think they'll have opportunities to build around them because they'll have the draft picks. Hunter's talking about Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Beautiful looking helmet, too. How about Jamal Lewis? Jamal Lewis on the Lunar. Ravens running back, number 31, 2K Yard Club, 2,000 yard rushing club. One of 8 running backs ever to do it, and he was one of the most impressive because they knew he was going to run the ball. The Ravens couldn't pass to save their life back in the day. They don't pass much now, but back then with Trent Dilfer, they couldn't pass at all. It was all about Jamal Lewis. He led him to the Super Bowl. He got 2,000 rushing yards. One of the great running backs of the early 2000s. That is the AFC North, and that is Matthew Kerr. Hey, Matt, our mojo's back, Matt. Jamal Lewis. Not a headliner. That's pretty good. Pretty good for a non-headliner. They got the number 1 pick locked in, right, says Hunter. I don't think the Jaguars have the number 1 pick locked in. If they win and the Texans lose, I believe the Texans, I don't know who has that tiebreaker. Texans have 4 wins. Lions have 2 wins and a tie.
Let's be real, though. Do they need the number 1? You know? Like, sure. They're gonna get a really good pick either way, really high pick.
Oh, Caden's a Mizzou and Chiefs fan. All right, Caden doesn't watch very much college, but if he does, it's Mizzou. Interception, ball game, Lions win. Okay, so I do think the Jaguars with the Lions win are actually going to get the number 1 pick. I think had the Lions lost, the Jaguars the Lions would have had the number 1 pick. But because the Lions win. Now the Jaguars have the number 1 pick.
Well, they certainly don't. I don't think they need it.
And here's the thing.
They got their QB.
They got to do something smart. They got to get them some help around them.
You know what would be smart, though? Would be to trade that number 1 for 2 late-round number 1s.
That's true.
You get some serious offensive weapons for them. You don't need the number 1 overall.
Well, this year is not a great quarterback class. As you mentioned, they do have their quarterback. I know Kenny Pickett out of Pittsburgh is a name being mentioned as the number 1 overall pick, but there's not, at least according to the draft experts, as they say, not a single great quarterback in this draft. So I don't know. I'm not sure who they should pick. Anywho, Matthew Kerr, hope you're happy. Jamal Lewis. Full-size, authentic Lunar, one of 8 2,000 yard rushers in NFL history.
I hope you're happy.
I hope you're happy, Matt. I hope you're happy. That's 2 in a row. Matthew and I have our mojo back, as he says. All right, all the small things. Number 1 is up next. We've got Alex A in here, Graham Elliott, Jeremy Field, Colton Bicker, and Jason Hall. If we can get a box number. All the small things, number 1. And then let's see, Mike.
You want me to give him a rundown?
We can give him a rundown. I was going to ask, how close are we to hitting for the cycle?
That's, we're
pretty close.
Standing through time, number 1 is 4 spots left and 6 slots on money moves, and then we will have broke for the cycle.
Broke for the cycle. Okay, actually, it's showing up.
Those are our closest break.
Yeah, it's showing up as sold out on my end, spanning through time, number 1.
I just got an order.
Perfect. So, spanning through time, number 1 is sold out. We do money moves, guys. And that means that we would have broken for the cycle. It's a little term Mike and I like to use. It means that we get 1 break of everything done. So fill out that money moves and help us break for the cycle. Be nice if the Jets clean out the Bills, Hunter. You never know in the NFL these days. Mike, Chris Roberts have a question for you.
Oh, let me take a peek.
Take a peek, see.
No, Chris, I did not.
Chris told me about it. It was what do you call it? Spud Webb basketball.
Oh yeah.
The Dunk King, Spud Webb.
You know, I beat Spud Webb in a game of Pop-A-Shot.
You did?
Yep.
Okay.
It's fun game, fun little fact for you.
Fun little fact-a-roo for you. By the way, the Ravens got a game-tying field goal against the Steelers, 13-all with a minute to go. How did that happen, Mike? How did you randomly play Spud Webb? Fill me in. I feel like you've told me this story and I've forgotten.
Let's see.
Real quick before you start, guys. So, Alex A., Graham Elliott, Jeremy Field, Colton Bicker, and Jason Hall. Can we get a box number? I'll give you guys until Mike tells his story for the box number. When Mike is done with the story, I'll head to the randomizer.
Okay.
Hit us with your story, Mike.
So, 2019, August of 2019.
Okay.
I went to the National Sports Collectors Convention here in Chicago. Every other year it's in Chicago. And I was lucky enough to get a ticket to go to the Panini VIP party. And so I went to the Panini VIP party, and at this party, they had a bunch of athletes and celebrities that Panini represents. There, just taking pictures, hanging out with the guests and whatnot. And one of those people was Spud Webb. And Spud Webb was playing, they had Pop-A-Shot set up next to each other, and he was playing people in Pop-A-Shot. To be fair, he probably played about a dozen people before he played me.
So he got tired.
But I think he got warmed up.
Okay.
I was cold, ice cold. I hadn't shot a basketball in who knows how long. And I did beat him at Pop-A-Shot. But
And you know what I think is even funnier than you beating him is the fact that Spud Webb is an NBA player and you're actually taller than him.
I was quite a bit taller than him.
That is what's impressive. Speaking of Spud, I had a loaded baked potato for lunch, says Baba. I'm so jealous.
Sounds delicious.
I love baked potatoes. Jason Hall came through with 17 on the box number. Glad Mike can entertain you while we got that box number.
Nice.
All right.
Sweet.
Sweet indeed. All the small things, 17. We don't have that many of these left. We have about maybe 8 of these left in the room. All right. This is interesting story, says Chris Roberts. Indeed. Indeed. All right, here we go. This is a top spot break. So we rip open this foot-long hot dog, as Chris Roberts likes to call it, and then we see what's inside. Looks like a foot-long hot dog, does it not? Kobayashi, where are you at? Come down from Japan and eat this hot dog. Feels like a puck. I know we have hockey in this series. This feels like a puck.
Every time I pulled the puck out of there.
It is a puck. We have Kyle Turris. Kyle Turris puck. That is a Hockey Center 3rd overall pick in 2007. Nearly 200 career goals. He's now playing with the Oilers.
Good team to be on.
Good team to be on. Look at this nice looking puck. This is him on the Predators. He used to play for the Predators. That's Nashville Predators, I believe, on the logo.
Yep. He also used to play for the Senators, and he was drafted by the Coyotes.
Okay, so he's had quite the journey throughout the NHL. We're going top spot. That is a Portillo's box, says Bob. I like it. All right. Got a lot of hockey in this series as well for the hockey folks. All the small things. Let me get this bag out of there. Throw the randomizer back up. We're going top spot for this win. Then we got the jerseys coming up next.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to break for the cycle. That's my goal going into every show. We fill up the money moves, and we've broken for the cycle, guys. Jeremy Field, top spot. You are taking home, after 8 clicks, which was our dice roll, you are taking home this Kyle Turris puck. Oh, Jeremy deserved that he had 3 spots in there. I believe Jason Hall also had 3. But certainly one that Jeremy deserved, Kyle Turris puck.
I mean, 3rd overall in 2007, and the dude's still in the league, and it's 2022.
That's not bad.
That's pretty impressive.
That's not bad. That's who we need in the break room. Joey Chestnut, bound to be a piece of memorabilia out there. of the Hot Dog King. Chris Roberts wants Joey Chestnut.
You know what? Probably can do for the Slab series.
Okay.
Joey Chestnut does have autographed cards out there from Topps, Allen, and Ginter Baseball.
All right. Well, hey, Chris Roberts said he wanted wrestling. He said, look at these guys in the UA Live break room. They're so nice. They got Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant. Special request from Chris Roberts. He wanted wrestling. Now he wants hot dog eating.
Hey.
So we'll try and make that happen, guys. We're open to suggestions. I know we had someone in the break room saying that they wanted Justin Herbert, and we had a bunch of Justin Herbert items coming in the break room. We listen to you guys. You guys want something? Hit us up. I know someone wanted basketball. We are open to all the suggestions. I know Mike and I have been here about 3.5 months, so we have maybe a little more pull than we did about 3 months ago.
True.
We have weekly meetings where we talk to our bosses and we make suggestions for items in the break room. We are happy to listen to you guys. So let us know what type of items you want, and we'll work on getting those in our break room. No promises, of course, but we'll do our best.
More basketball is probably likely, especially with, football season is going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. Fantasy football season's over. And NBA's in full swing, and then we'll be getting into baseball. So, yeah, I mean, we do primarily focus on football, but we'll be getting some other sports here in the room.
Sure, and Joe was talking about NASCAR yesterday, Chris.
I get maybe some Richard Petty, maybe get some Dale Earnhardt. We get some NASCAR stuff up in the Slab series for sure.
Sure, NASCAR is a pretty popular sport. Caden Chisholm saying, "Welcome JJ. He's my cousin." Hunter Winkler is already ready. He's calling out box 34 in the jerseys. Mike, since you're right there, can you get me?
Yes,
34. They're at the bottom, I believe, the ones that we have, like the bottom row.
34.
34.
Staring at me.
Sweet.
There you go.
You know what jersey is still out there in this series that I would like to see? That Jim Kelly.
Ooh, I'd like to see that.
Bills, great quarterback, led him to 4 Super Bowls, lost them all. He's battled through cancer. Really, really good guy.
He's got a really nice looking autograph, too.
Yes, he does. So I would love to see that Jim Kelly jersey coming through, spanning through time. That would be a good pull right here. The AFC goes through Music City. The Titans barely got that win against the Texans, looks like. The Texans battled back. I think the Texans covered the line, but the Titans got the dub. We're going 8 times for your divisions, guys. Spanning through time, number 1. Let's get that money moves filled out, and then we've hit for the cycle, or broke for the cycle.
6 left in money moves. That is our closest break.
Awesome.
Everything else is literally wide open.
All right. Now's the time to hop in, guys. Keep the show going. So here's the deal. We've got Colton Bicker in the NFC North and NFC South. Scott Harmon, NFC East. Jan Ellison, NFC West. Colton, AFC North. Hunter calling out the box number, AFC South. And Colton, AFC East. And Alex out in the AFC West. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I mentioned that Jim Kelly jersey is still out there. Ooh, this is really good. I like this. Mike, I like this. This is one of the great linebackers of our generation.
Oh, yeah.
Chicago Bear, Lance Briggs. How about it? This is really cool.
Like
Look at that. Lance Briggs. Briggsy. This man was, along with Brian Urlacher, probably the best 1-2 linebacker duo of our generation. I know, obviously, I think Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs actually might have been a little ahead of them, but maybe up there with these guys. Lance Briggs, NFC North. Colton Bicker, one of my favorites, says Colton. Well, hey, Colton, glad we can get you Lance Briggs. As the Bears fan, he is also one of my favorites.
Me too.
Very nice.
I've got a handful of signed Briggs stuff at home.
There you go. Fitzpatrick just saved the Steelers with an incredible tackle, says Sean. Is that game going to overtime, or what's the deal? NFC North hit. Colton Bicker, Lance Briggs. I like that. That's one of the best. This is my favorite non-headliner hit of the day. As a Bears fan, I'm a little biased, but Lance Briggs, man, that's beautiful.
It's 16 seconds left, tied 13-13. Ravens with the ball on their own 30, 3rd and 10.
Sounds like overtime to me.
Sounds like OT.
Gosh, I can't remember if I had the Steelers +3 or +3.5 right now. Because if I had them +3.5, I've already won. Unless the Ravens get an opening overtime touchdown.
Seems like a peanut punch scenario.
Yeah, punch.
That's how Steelers could end up with the dub here.
Charles Tillman. I have a feeling the Steelers will actually win in overtime. I really do. Pittsburgh's defense is rolling right now. Ben Roethlisberger maybe has one more clutch drive left in him in his career. I believe the winner of that game, I'm not sure if they clinch a playoff spot, but they're in good position with the Colts loss.
True.
I didn't even really look through the tiebreaker scenarios because I just assumed the Colts would win. But, you know what our 5th grade teacher says. You assume, you make an A blank blank same letter out of you and me.
True.
You can't assume anything in the NFL in 2021 or 2022. It's been great. JJ, you should get in sometime. Caden Chisholm's telling his cousin to hop in the break room. His cousin apparently is watching our breaks right now. We appreciate all the folks who watch our breaks, all the folks who make orders. It is a great family atmosphere here in the UA Live break room. Whole bunch of fun to be had.
All right, we are only 4 slots away from Money Moves. That is our closest break. Here is the link in the chat right now. Hop on in and grab your spots. As for the rest of the breaks, we are wide open on everything except for Hurricane Ditka's got 6 left, 7 left on any given Saturday, and like I said, 4 left on Money Moves, which is the link in the chat. Get that one. We can break for the cycle.
All right, Sean asked, of course, I should have known. Sean asked, you asked if I was a Dolphins fan. I am. I need those Steelers in my 14 parlay, LOL.
Oh my God.
What are your other parlays, Sean? I had the Steelers +3 or +3.5. I can't remember right now. I lost them in my parlay, but I've also got them straight up on that line.
Okay.
So I'm also pulling for the Steelers, Sean. What were your other parlays, and are you on track to hit your parlays? Mike, I'm going to go ahead and throw this series up on the ticker right now on the randomizer. This is our Money Move series. We have pulled all these 3 helmets up top in the Lawrence Taylor, but I know we have Marshall Faulk out there still, O.J. Simpson camo, Travis Kelce Flash. I haven't seen any of those pulled. I believe that's a break room exclusive. So all those should be available, as well as this Deion Sanders Flash. This is the Deion Sanders Flash helmet. We've got Devontae Adams. We've got Tony Dorsett, Tony Romo, Champ Bailey. I know Kurt Warner was pulled. Barry Sanders was pulled, but we do have Justin Jefferson, Sean Alexander, Michael Vick. Troy Aikman was pulled, but we have John Riggins was pulled. We do have Joe Green and Ty Law in this series. So this is some of the non-headliner names in this series are wild. Absolutely wild. So let's do the Money Moves. Let's close that bad boy out. I'm happy to do as many of those as you guys want. We also have 6 away in our next Hurricane Ditka. That would be a good one to do as well. And, maybe another multi-sport slab, our chase item of the day. It's up to you guys. Let's head to the break page and fill out those orders. Betting a parlay is the easiest way to lose money. You lose more than you win. Yep, I agree. As someone who's bet a lot of parlays, when you hit it, you feel great. And Mike knows this. I'm one of those guys who tends to place 4-way parlays and hit 3 out of 4, and then I end up going home not so happy. Romo is still out there. Tony Romo is out there in the Money Moves series, as is Tony Dorsett, as is Deion Sanders Flash, Chris.
Well, you must hype them up enough because it's full and it's ready to go.
Oh, perfect. Let's move that money, baby. Let's move that money. Whole bunch of Matthew Kerr in there, Jeremy Field, Colton Bicker, and Jan Ellison. $20 on the Chargers -3, 49ers +3.5, Steelers +3, and Bucks -10. Sean, I agree with you on the Niners, Steelers, Bucks, and I'm unsure on the Chargers. I think that Chargers line could go either way.
The Chargers.
32, says Matthew Kerr. 32. So 10 better than his lucky number. 32. Money Moves. Let's see. Is 32 in that series? It is. 32 is up there. I would take 32 off the ticker. We do have some Eagles in there, Matthew Kerr. One more time, Kamen, says Matthew Kerr. One more time for the early show, you mean, right? Because we got you back in the night show, I hope, Matthew. One more time.
Sounds like some Daft Punk.
Yeah. All right.
All right, everybody, we are full on that one. I have a new break of Money Moves up. We got 8 left in the next Money Moves, 8 left in the next Spanning Through Time, 10 left in the next All the Small Things, 6 left in the next Hurricane Ditka, 8 left in the next T-Sizzle, 10 left in the next Multi-Sport Slab, 7 left in the next Any Given Saturday.
Awesome.
Pretty
All
wide
right.
open.
Pretty wide open. So, guys, hop into the break page. Keep the afternoon going. I'm happy to break all afternoon long as you guys keep the orders coming. We'll be around breaking, pulling some items. I know the NFL noon games wrapping up. So happy to entertain you guys in alternate ways. 6, 7, and 8. All right, these are our names. Throw you guys into our divisions. We've got Matthew Kerr in the NFC North, Jeremy Field, NFC South. Matthew Kerr has the other two NFC divisions. Jan Ellison, you're in the AFC North. Colton Baker, AFC South. Matthew Kerr, AFC East. And Jeremy Field, AFC West. All right, so this is a pretty good division, the NFC East. All those headliners or hidden headliners for the Cowboys. I do like that O.J. Simpson camo. Who has the AFC East? That's also Matthew Kerr. And then the Travis Kelce Flash, Jeremy Field. Jeremy Field, you can get a Travis Kelce Flash. And then we've got NFC West is also Matthew Kerr, that Marshall Faulk Speed Flex Lunar.
I really want to see that Orenthal.
Orenthal James. Yeah, that is a camo, O.J. Simpson.
What I want to see.
That's pretty cool. I'm game with any of the above.
Me too.
Any of the above. I just want something really, really good. Isn't bad. I like this. The most underrated player, maybe in NFL history, one of the most underrated. Fred Taylor, 17th all-time career NFL rusher. Fred Taylor on the Lunar. He signs that 28 up top. A great running back with the Jags. Also played on the Patriots as well. 17th all-time in career rushing yards. That is the AFC South. AFC South, the Jaguars. Big win today over the Colts, knocking them out of the playoffs. Fred Taylor, a guy that actually used to play in the playoffs as a Jaguar. That is Colton Bicker. All it takes is one to win. Colton Bicker, single, spot, snipe. Very nice.
Back-to-backs for Colton.
I can't with Colton. He's my hero, says Sean. All right, Colton, you've got a hero. Fred Taylor. Matthew Kerr, I'm sorry I couldn't get that dub for you. But, hey, we got you two of them already, a headliner as well. Colton Bicker, Bears fan. A Bears fan to a Bears fan. Colton Bicker. Single spot snipe in there. Fred Taylor.
Gotta love that.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, who would have thought that Fred Taylor's 17th all-time in career rushing yards? That
Pretty wild.
That's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Maybe Katrina wants that helmet.
Oh my, yeah, to destroy it.
Sean!
You know what,
Sean,
though?
don't do that, Sean.
You know what, though? Fred Taylor didn't play today, so.
He didn't play today, that's true. Matthew Kerr, that didn't work out, had lots of good spots. That only means that it's going to work out next time, Matthew Kerr. You know, the first break that you were in, you called out the box number and lost. Second break with me, you got that Jamal Charles Lunar. So maybe it's like alternating breaks. You win one, you lose one. Yeah, Sean is trying to make enemies with the Perrines.
Gosh.
You crack me up, Sean. I think the Perrines are good people. I think they know that.
They're good sports.
They're good sports. It's all in good fun in the break room.
I had to call them sports because, you know.
Because we do sports?
Sports.
Sports, brah. Sports.
Hey, what are you into? Sports.
All right, guys. With that break, we have now hit for the cycle. We've hit for the cycle. We've done at least one of every break. Maybe we can sell out at least one of everything on the site because we're going to go ahead and lower this Lynn Dickey full-size authentic to the rock bottom price, $240 on the Eclipse Lynn Dickey Packers Hall of Famer, 1983 passing touchdown leader in the NFL, more than 23,000 career passing yards. Lynn Dickey, $240, the rock bottom price for our Dutchie.
And there's the link in the chat if you want to get it. The price is dropped. $240, take it.
240, that's as low as we will go on that bad boy.
Like doing the limbo.
Yeah, man, what happened? The Vikings rumored to fire Zimmer, and they come back and beat the Bears. Chris, I don't think beating the Bears is enough to save your job.
Sorry, that's so funny. I was hoping you were going to say that.
Yeah, I don't, as a Bears fan, I still don't think that won't do. You know that saying, that'll do? That won't do. That
So
won't do.
everybody knows I am a huge Bears fan, a huge Chicago
Doesn't seem
fan.
like it sometimes, though. But you're
you know what?
a pessimist for the right reasons.
I'm telling you right now that I'm so dissatisfied with the Bears this year that you all have probably noticed that I've only worn my White Sox hat here in the break room. I used to alternate with my couple of Chicago Bears hats, but I cannot show my support for a team that doesn't show support for its fans.
Yes.
So,
and here's the thing. I know you can't let the fans run your organization, but at the same time, when your whole fan base wants a general manager gone, a head coach gone, you got to listen to some reason. Part of being an owner of a team is kind of making your fans excited about what you have. So to have Bears fans like Mike and I, who are big Bears fans, so upset with the team does show you something. So,
and just so everybody's clear, I am a White Sox fan, but I don't hate the Cubs. I say it all the time in here, but I just want to make that clear that I don't have any animosity with any Cubs fans.
I'm a Chicago fan.
I'm a Chicago fan first and foremost.
Sean says, "Oh my God, dude, the Colts get in if Pittsburgh and Baltimore tie."
Oh,
I believe they do. They do.
It is.
The Colts would be in if they tied. Indeed,
it is a possibility.
And think about this: can you imagine if the Steelers tie and they also tied the Lions earlier this season? So those two ties could cost them a playoff spot.
Oh my gosh.
3rd and 7 on the Pitt 31. My GameCast is showing me Pittsburgh has. That tie is possible in that game.
It is possible.
Will you put the T-Sizzle box in the chat, please?
Sure. Here's the link for it. Sure, it's right there. There. Oh no, sorry, that's the Lynn Dickey. Sorry, didn't copy that. Hold on, let me get that copied again.
Caden wants it sizzle.
There
All right,
go.
Caden, let's sizzle.
There's the T-Sizzle break link right there in the chat for you.
Bob says, maybe the Bears could convince Joe Judge to come to the upper Midwest, please.
Anything.
Bob is not happy with their organization keeping their head coach. The Giants keep losing. They keep losing, and they keep losing. Maybe it is time for a change. So we'll see. Anyways, guys, let's see where we're at in the break page at the moment. We are 5 away from Hurricane Ditka, the next break. 6 away from the next jerseys. 7 away from T-Sizzle. 7 away from any given Saturday. All right, guys, so it's 3:19. Here's what we'll do. We're going to stay on the air until 3:30 regardless of what happens. If we can get within 3 spots or less, we'll stay on longer than 3:30 and fill up those breaks. If we can't get to 2-3 spots left at 3:30, aka if we get no orders in the next 10 minutes, we will call it for the afternoon show. But I'm happy to stay on for another 2 or 3 hours if you guys want. That means if we start filling up orders, we'll be here all afternoon long. We are fairly open on our break page, but we do have a few breaks that we're relatively close on. That's Hurricane Ditka, 5 slots away is our closest break. So we get to within 2 or 3 slots in the next 10 minutes. We'll stay on a little longer and fill that up. Otherwise, it could be the end of the show if we don't get close in the next 10 minutes. Let's fill the T-Sizzle. My girlfriend got one, says Caden. All right, let's do it. Is your girlfriend the new customer, Caden? I love to see our new customers see their breaks open live on the air, guys. So let's definitely fill the T-Sizzle. Get our new customer, Caden's girlfriend, involved in the break room. Caden, what's her team? Is she also a Chiefs fan? Let me know if she's a Chiefs fan. Maybe another Mizzou Tiger like myself, possibly.
I'll hit y'all with a little rundown real quick. 8 left in the next money move. 6 left in spanning through time. 10 in all the small things. 5 in Hurricane Ditka. 7 in T-Sizzle. 10 in multi-sport slabs, which is the chase. 7 in any given Saturday. And you can always buy that Lynn Dickey helmet if you want to guarantee yourself something. $240.
49ers, says Caden. Hey, Caden, were you guys dating at the time of the Super Bowl when it was Chiefs 49ers?
There's no way they wouldn't still be together right now.
They still wouldn't be together.
They wouldn't be together.
If they were, that would have been a wild.
Maybe they were.
Wild Super Bowl to watch together. Wouldn't that be crazy? Oh man, that was a thriller. The Chiefs could have easily lost. They were down 20-10 in the fourth quarter. but they did what the Chiefs do. They battled back. Patrick Mahomes has a winning record when he's down double digits. Right after, thank goodness, says Caden. All right, Caden, I'm glad that everything is okay. That would have been terrible timing, you know. You know what I say? I'm a huge football fan, but I'm a huge soccer fan as well. I'm a huge Lionel Messi fan, and I say if a girl tells me that she likes Cristiano Ronaldo and Real Madrid, it's over right there. You're going home. We are not dating. Thankfully, I got my girlfriend hooked on the Messi wagon, and she is from the Chicagoland area, so she's good with the Chicago sports teams, as well as my Missouri sports teams, the Chiefs, the Tigers, etc.
I thought you were going to say she's from the Chicagoland area, so of course she has no favorite soccer team or player.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not a very popular sport around this neck of the woods.
No.
Just because of the climate, mainly. No, you can't play that year-round.
Chris, I do follow tennis. I'm a huge tennis fan. Roger Federer is my second all-time favorite athlete. I'll give you guys a breakdown of my favorite athletes. Number 1 is Lionel Messi. Number 2 is Roger Federer. And then I say tied for third. I like Pat Mahomes. I like Peyton Manning. I like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Stephen Curry. All those guys are in that mix for third. But huge tennis fan. Roger Federer is my favorite tennis player. In my room, guys, I've got a framed Roger Federer and a Lionel Messi poster in my room. So I'm a super fan of those two guys. Roger Federer, I'm sad with the injuries, hasn't played as much in recent years, but huge Federer fan.
All right, Scott Thompson got us 3 spots away on Hurricane Ditka. That is our closest break. Let's fill it out.
Speaking of Chiefs fans, Scott Thompson, also Caden. I know you're a Chiefs fan. Scott Thompson is also a Chiefs fan. Who got kicked out of Australia last week? That is Novak Djokovic. Yeah. And now there's an update. I'm not sure what the update is, whether he's going to play or not. Like, basically, he's not vaccinated. And in Australia, they don't want him in there because he's not vaccinated.
Yep.
But he also may have had COVID recently, which means that he might be safe. It's a messy situation. But Novak Djokovic is tied with Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal, most tennis majors of all time. Australian Open's his favorite major. He's trying to hope to break that record in Australia. So I'm not sure what's going on. Yes, sir. Go Chiefs, says Scott.
Nice.
Exciting game, Scott. I'm a Mizzou Tiger as well. I covered Mizzou sports for 2 years, 2018 to 2020. Nick Bolton's the guy I interviewed almost every week, the Mizzou linebacker. It was really cool to see him get that scoop and score for the Chiefs. I was going absolutely wild yesterday afternoon. You guys know this. I work on Sundays. I don't get to watch the NFL games as much as I would like. But on Saturdays, Saturday Night Football, I was all over that Chiefs-Broncos game yesterday. Go Colts, says Nick with a sad emoji. Cincinnati, Cleveland, under 37. New York, New England, Miami, over 40.5. Bills, Jets, over 41.5. Detroit, plus 3.5. That's right. Call that Browns under, says Sean. Sean is out here dropping parlays left and right, Mike. Sean is dropping parlays.
Oh, man, parlays.
It looks like the Steelers have a 4th and 8 on the Baltimore 41. That is what? Is it 18 yards? They kick it back 59 yards, 58 yards? Do they kick? Do they go for it? I mean, because if they punt, they're basically losing the season, so they got to go for it or kick the field goal.
Something.
They got to do something.
And it ain't Justin Tucker right now, so.
No, Chris Boswell is their kicker. He's not bad, actually.
No, he's not bad.
He's not bad at all. Yeah, it's wild NFL Sunday. The last NFL Sunday going down to the wire. Nick, the Steelers and Ravens tie, I believe the Colts get in the playoffs. That would be one way to limp in. So that'd be something.
Oh, you had to say limp in, didn't you?
Then final game, he's going for it, says Chris.
Okay.
This is the link that I'm throwing in, guys, to our Hurricane Ditka Platinum Helmet Series, full-size authentics, 3 spots away.
3 away. It's our closest break.
Closest break.
Spanning through time is 6 away and 7 away on T-Sizzle and Any Given Saturday. Those are our closest breaks.
That's gross, says Sean. It doesn't matter. They'd lose the first one anyways. Nick is not feeling good about his Colts right now. And how could he be, honestly, quite frankly, after losing to the Jaguars? Not much to feel good about at the moment. A tie means nothing for either team. Yeah, you got to go for it. The question is, do you go for the first down or do you go for the field goal?
The world's longest field goal.
Yeah.
it's not
long.
It's not long. Not the longest,
Yeah.
but it's longer than they would want to, I would guess, to end the season.
Oh, here we go. Ben Roethlisberger to Ray McLeod. First down, Steelers. They went for it and they got the first down. How about that? First down, Big Ben. Chris Roberts calling it out. Nice call, Chris. They don't deserve to get in after today, and I picked the Colts to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree, Sean. Looks like the Steelers, if they don't mess up, they should win this game, but...
Large Benjamin.
Who knows? Large Benjamin in Chris says his last game. He'd have one more game, at least a playoff game, if they get this win, potentially.
Yes.
That'd be something. That would be something.
He ain't going out like that. He ain't going out like that. He ain't going out midfield on fourth down, you know?
Scott Thompson says, I just got my full-size Edgerrin James Authentic Lunar from FedEx.
Sick.
Looks awesome. Thanks, guys. Scott, we got you. You're welcome.
Nice, guy.
Scott, we had an Edgerrin James go today in our mini helmet series. We had an Edgerrin James flash on Miami, on the U. That was sick. Absolutely sick.
Scott's is nasty.
Scott's is nasty. Speaking of Scott's, guys, he is in that Hurricane Ditka break. We do have 3 slots remaining in Hurricane Ditka. I posted it up. A few comments above the chat. Let's fill out that Hurricane Ditka. Full-size authentic. 3 slots away in that one.
Actually, 2 slots away.
2 slots away now. A couple other breaks I would love to fill before we go to the night show tonight is T-Sizzle. We've got Caden Chisholm's girlfriend in there. New customer. First time in the break room. 7 slots away in T-Sizzle. I believe we got another new customer in our Jersey break, which is 6 slots away. So those are a few breaks that I'm looking at. If you guys want to fill those up, we will rip those this afternoon. I hate to see the new customers not get a chance to see their break live on the air. So let's fill out that T-Sizzle as well.
We are live twice a day, every day, though. So if you did buy into a break that didn't fill up today, we will be alive again tonight. Kamen will be alive here with Steven.
Sure did.
So 2 and 8 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays we are live. And then Monday through Friday we're live at noon and 7 p.m. Central Time.
Excellent. Sean, I'm not sure. Those helmets should be coming any minute now. You got 11 helmets on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Oh my gosh.
So
yeah, those will take a while to get to you, Sean. The size affects how long stuff travels, and just in general, the whole shipping industry is moving extremely slow right now. So I would say, even when you're getting one helmet, it's still gonna take longer than you're gonna probably expect.
yeah.
Just because of how slow things are moving with shipping and supply chain lately.
Scott Thompson says, sweet, those flash helmets look awesome. All right, well, I'll show you a couple flash helmets here while we give you guys a chance to fill out those breaks.
Well, we're full.
We're full on Hurricane Ditka?
Yep. Matthew
right.
Kerr came in. I'm going to get the list ready for you right now.
All right, here's a Mike Ditka flash in that series. That is pretty good. I know we have a lot of talk about Colts guys. Guys, would love to do a T-Sizzle before we head home. I know we have 7 slots remaining, but we've got a new customer in there. We have a Dwight Freeney flash available in that series. That one is sick. Maybe Stephon Diggs. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I think that one's gone.
I think I pulled the Diggs.
Okay, but we do have this Dwight Freeney Colts flash in that series, as well as Terrell Suggs Lunar in the T-Sizzle. So let's fill the T-Sizzle as well. Let's get T-Sizzle full, says Caden. Sean, we'll definitely get those helmets for you. Thanks for checking in. Our stuff does get sent for sure.
Kamen, I moved it, the Hurricane Ditka number 4 all the way up next to the personals for you.
Oh, perfect. All right, I was wondering. I was looking for it.
Just greened it for you.
Yeah, you're good. All right, so Hurricane Ditka, Jeremy Field, Jordan Anderson, Scott Thompson, Daniel Eckert, and Matthew Kerr coming through with the close. If we can get a box number 2, 4, 8, 10, and 11 out there in the Hurricane Ditka. 8 is my favorite number, but no one wants it yet. I'm just saying. I don't know what's in there. I'm not sure what's in any of the boxes. Why is there no money moves personal, says Sean. Sean, we have certain series in our series that are break room exclusive. They're considered really, really good series. The money moves is the best thing we have on the site. As far as pure items, we don't have anything even close to as good as the money moves. So typically the best series we have, we reserve them for the break room exclusives only. However, you could buy out all 8 slots in money moves, and it's the same concept as a personal. 11 says Matthew. Oh, Scott Thompson had 8. Okay, so Scott is laughing. He wants my favorite number. Matthew Kerr, you were just barely beaten there by Scott with 8. Steelers win. Yes! Got that dub. Got that bet. Let's go. Pitt Steelers 16-13. Steelers might be in the playoffs. How about them Steelers? Love to see it. All right, box 8, my favorite number. Remember last week, we had a Mizzou Tiger in box 8, Kellen Winslow.
Yeah.
And I was really, really happy.
All right, everybody, I'm dropping the link for the live breaks page on our website. Right there. There you go.
Oh. Whoop. Bump that bad boy. Any movement on the T-Sizzle mic?
Nope.
Oh. All right, guys. Would love to do that T-Sizzle. New customer in the T-Sizzle today, guys. Would love to get that done. Go 8, says Matthew Kerr. All right, Matthew Kerr's ready for 8.
Yeah. John, all 8 spots is the same as buying a personal.
It's the same concept.
Just so you know. That's how you can get a Percy.
Now we got to fill another box for Matt, number 11. Scott, that's fine by me. You guys fill out that break. We'll break it. Let's do it. That sounds like a plan to me. Now we'll be wondering what's in box 11. Might as well fill out the next one really fast, huh, Mike?
Yeah.
That works out pretty good, I think.
Do it.
Only way Steelers don't get in now is if Las Vegas and LA tie tonight. Okay.
Won't put anything past
It's
NFL football this year.
It's been a crazy year. All right, so we got Jeremy Field in the NFC North, Scott Thompson, NFC South, Daniel Eckert, NFC East, Matthew Kerr, NFC West, AFC North, Jordan Anderson, AFC South, Scott Thompson, AFC East, and Jeremy Field out there in the AFC West, which has been pretty hot today, Mike. The AFC West has. And as is the NFC North. It's almost like they know my 2 favorite divisions. I'm breaking today. We pulled a lot of NFC North and AFC West stuff.
That's true.
If I ever win the lotto, I'd buy 1 spot on every break, both time slots. Just 1 though, says Cody. Okay. Already filled 3 other ones. So Matthew Kerr bought 3 slots into the next break for this, I believe. I'm sure that's what he's saying. So let's make it happen. Sean, you're the man. He says, by the way, hope you root for me to win my parlay, because where do you think I'm going to spend it? The break room, of course.
Oh, I thought you meant the grocery store.
Betting gods, please let Sean win for all our sakes. Let's go. Chris is saying NFC West. Let's fill up the jersey break, y'all, says Norman P. Hurricane Ditka. All right, this is a beautiful looking helmet. Beautiful looking helmet. It is the Patriots' legendary quarterback. It's Tom. No, it's not Tom Brady, but it is Steve Grogan, 85 AFC champs. Steve Grogan, 182 career touchdowns, more than 26,000 career passing yards in his career. Steve Grogan, he played the 85 Bears in the 85 Super Bowl. The 85 Super Bowl did not go as well as the 85 AFC Championship, but nothing went well against the 85 Bears unless you were Dan DeMan Marino. Steve Grogan, I say this, Mike, the 3rd greatest Patriot quarterback of all time. It's Tom Brady, it's Drew Bledsoe, and then it's this guy, Steve Grogan on the Lunar. That is the AFC East. Scott Thompson, have yourself a dub. All right. Grogmeister, the Groganator.
The Groganator.
The Groganator. Laugh out loud. Sorry, Matthew Kerr. Matthew Kerr's 11 is the one that he's going to win with, and he's going to win something better, so I think he'll be all right. Scott, glad to get you a win, though.
All right, everybody. Still 7 slots away in T-Sizzle, 7 slots away in any given Saturday, 6 slots away in Spanning Through Time, wide open on everything else. All spots remaining on the rest of the breaks.
Awesome. All right, well, hey, tell you what. Let's fill that T-Sizzle. Let's fill that Jersey break. We got new customers in both of those guys. Would love to see the new customers get their breaks done live on the air. In case we don't get those done live on the air, you guys know by now those carry over to tonight's show at 8 o'clock Central Time. But I would love to get those done today. It's 3:37 right now. 8's my lucky number. We'll stay on for 8 more minutes. 3:45 for sure. We'll see where we're looking at. 3:45 if we're close. We'll stay on longer again. So, I mean, you guys know this. Earlier I said we have no orders. We'll sign off at 3:30. We got orders. Now we're here till 3:45. And then we'll see where we're at 3:45. If we're close at 3:45, we'll keep the show rolling. Who's working tonight, Mike? Says Chris. Steven's working tonight. Steven!
Say, not me.
Mike is going home.
I'm going home. As soon as the show's over.
You guys know this. Typically, Sundays at 2, I break. Mike produces, and then Steven produces Sunday at 8. That is typically our Sunday afternoon schedule. We've got a really, really good time. Mike, you're back here Monday. You and I switch seats Mondays at 7. So really good stuff.
We did fill up the chase tonight, so that list is ready for the end of the program.
All right, so I'm going to show our top spot chase list. If you guys are watching, you guys, everyone in this list will have a chance to win some UA cash, anywhere from $1 to $100. That's Derek P., Tom W., Tony P., Graham Elliott, Colton Bicker, Chris Reitmeyer, and Jason Hall. That's something that we'll do when the show is wrapping up. So at 3:45, if we don't have any orders and we're not close on stuff, we might do that at 3:45. I would like to do it after 4, though. I would definitely like to do it after 4, which means that we're filling out more breaks. Now 5 left in the T-Sizzle. So, guys, thank you very much. 4 left in the jerseys. All right, let's get our new customers involved in the party. We are closing in on those 2 breaks. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The Panthers took a 7-0 lead on the Bucks. And the Dolphins took a 7-0 lead on the Patriots.
That's great.
Isn't it the NFL? I mean, the NFL is wild this year, Mike.
It's unreal.
Absolutely unbelievable, some of the stuff we're witnessing in the good old National Football League this year. I don't know who to trust. There's not a single team I trust right now, Mike.
There's no one to trust.
I want to say that I want to trust the Chiefs because I like the Chiefs, and you know they've played in the last 2 Super Bowls, but even they've looked a little shaky this year. You know, just like when you're ready to say you trust the Bucks have had some random losses.
Yep.
So the playoffs are going to be absolutely wild. I know next week is Wild Card Weekend. I feel like every week's going to be Wild Card Weekend.
I know.
It's going to be that crazy. Teams I'll be cheering for, the Chiefs, for sure, because I lived in in Missouri for 6 years. I'll also be cheering for the Bengals. I want to see Joe Burrow do well. And the Bills. The Bengals and Bills, 2 franchises that deserve it. I want an AFC Super Bowl champ this year. Chiefs are my top option, then Bengals or Bills behind that. And in terms of teams I want to win.
Sure.
In the NFC, I'm not a huge fan of any team in the NFC, to be honest. The Bears aren't there, so not a big fan as far as NFC teams, as far as who makes the Super Bowl. I think the Bucks are probably the team to do it because they got everyone back from the Super Bowl, but Antonio Brown is out. Not sure about Leonard Fournette. So Tampa maybe doesn't look as good as they would have earlier. Cowboys have a lot of potential. They have that great offense and great defense, but the Cowboys got to prove it to me. I got in 2 jerseys and 2 T-Sizzles trying to help the newbies. Scott, you are a team player. Scott Thompson, MVP.
Scott, I was just about to shout you out and then lay some truth on the rest of the chat. Is that Scott Thompson is the only new order since Matthew Kerr filled out that last break.
All right, Scott, you're carrying the group right now. My Freeney helmet is still out there, Quadrina. I know you're sad about the Colts loss, but maybe you're due for some good luck. You can get that Dwight Freeney helmet. Who's getting the final NFC spot, Saints or 49ers? Right now, the Saints are up 7-0 on the Falcons. The 49ers are down 3-0 against the Rams. The Saints need to get a win and a 49ers loss to make it. San Fran is a win, and they're in situation against the Rams. I'm calling the upset, Mike. 49ers have won 5 straight against the Rams. I think they make it 6 straight.
Okay.
Look for San Fran to rally and beat the Rams in LA. San Francisco is getting the final wild card spot, Chris Roberts. Year of the upsets.
Hot take.
And it keeps rolling with the 49ers taking down the Rams. The Rams.
Rammstein. I think the Niners can take down the Rams.
Okay.
I definitely
We're in agreement.
I definitely think that's a possibility. Because I think the Rams are not as good as everybody thinks they are.
No, they're not. I'm not. The Rams have not done great against the good teams. They've beaten up on a lot of bad teams. I know they beat the Cardinals recently, but Cardinals haven't looked good in recently either.
Right.
I like that prediction, KE, says Chris Roberts. I got you. Bills fans in good position. 14-0 Dolphins. Looks like the Dolphins will beat the Patriots both times this year should they hang on, which means the Bills will definitely win that AFC crown. So it's gonna be a good Sunday of football. Same here, says Caden. Okay, a lot of 49er fans. Caden, keep the girlfriend happy, man. You got to keep your girlfriend happy.
And you know what? I think Tyson's trying to keep Caden's girlfriend happy too, because he grabbed 2 slots in T-Sizzle. We were only 3 slots away. Links in the chat.
Tyson, you the man. We're keeping Caden's girlfriend happy. Where she's gonna see her first break ever, assuming you guys fill up those final 3 spots. And she's also maybe going to see a 49er win and a 49er playoff appearance. We're keeping the girl happy. You guys know this. The key to a quality relationship is keeping her happy.
Well, let's see what we got here.
I'll get a jersey spot if anyone wants to help, says Chris. All right, Chris is a big jersey guy. Let us know if you want to help out Chris. Skull Vikes. Anyone know what time they play next week? Cody with a sad little face. Vikings are out of the playoffs. I think he's just making a joke for himself. That stings. They beat my Bears. I will help out with the jersey spot, says Tyson.
Okay. We have 3 left in Spanning Through Time. Jersey Series 2 left in T-Sizzle.
Yes, sir, says Cody. All right. Cool. We're closing in, guys. Looks like we'll most likely get those done. It's just a matter of who closes us out. Let's
wide open on everything else.
Wide open on everything else. So, guys, if you want to keep the party going, beyond those 2 breaks, hop in onto some of our other breaks as well. We're happy to break as many as you guys want. 7 slots left in the Any Given Saturday Mini Helmet Series double box break. We still have Eric Dickerson out there, Devontae Adams, Tony Dorsett, and Jeff Saturday out there. I just got 1 more of each, says Scott. Scott,
okay.
You're killing it.
Yes,
Scott is killing right now.
Dolphins are up 14-0 now.
Yeah, 14-0. Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. I think Xavier Howard might have had a pick 6.
Okay.
You think that guy is good or what?
Or what? No, I'm just kidding. He's good.
Yeah, he did. Pick 6.
Nice.
Pick 6. Led the league in picks, I believe, last year. He's killing.
Beast.
He's killing. Been a Soda fan all my life, Sunday. Just one before I die. Cody wants a Super Bowl before he dies. Cody, I believe they can do it before you die. I'm here watching, says JJ Westland. JJ's watching. He'll be watching Caden's girl in her first break.
Here we go.
Are
We got a bunch of new orders, so I'm assuming that we are.
Yeah, looks like on my end we filled both of those.
Yeah, sounds good. I will get you T-Sizzles first. Let me get you that list right now.
We have Jay from State Farm is in here, Mike.
Jake from State Farm?
Yeah, but this is Jay from State Farm.
Oh,
it's his cousin, long lost cousin.
He's the Wish version. You know, the Wish.com version.
Yeah.
He's the dollar store version.
Oh my God, Sean's coming in. Great, way to go, Dolphins. Always win games at the end of the season to get that coveted 16th pick. Right in the middle. Closer magic, baby, says Chris Roberts. Yes, good deal, says Scott Thompson. All right, thank you very much, Scott, Chris, everyone else who filled out those breaks. Our new customers get a chance to be in their first breaks ever. And Caden Chisholm is going to be a happy guy. His girl's going to be happy because we're going to see T-Sizzle. T-Sizzle.
I'm going to get that at the very beginning for you. It is green and ready to go.
Like a
T-Sizzle.
good neighbor, Jay is there. Jay says Jay State Farm. My voice cracked there. I clearly do not know how to do that jingle very well. 33 on the jersey, says Chris. Chris, I'm going to get 33 reserved for you on the jersey. And actually, Mike, we might do the jersey first because we have a box number. Puberty has struck. You're welcome, Bob.
Gosh.
Maybe we've been on here too long.
Well, Spanning Through Time is not ready yet.
Oh, it's not ready? Okay, so T-Sizzle, guys, if we can get a T-Sizzle. T-Sizzle filled up first. 24, says Caden, for T-Sizzle.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to get 24 off the ticker. And I will bring 24. So Stephanie Simpkins, that is Caden's girl in this break. Caden, are you calling that box number for her? Is that good? I'm assuming you're calling that a box number for her because I don't see you in this break. Is that what Stephanie wants? Which is perfect. We make Stephanie happy. Chris, you're good. No worries. 33 is reserved for you for the jerseys. We'll do 24 for Stephanie. Yes, says Caden. Okay. That's what Stephanie wants. All right, Stephanie. Glad to have you in the break room, Stephanie. All right, we got Stephanie, Scott Thompson, Tyson Langston, Charles Peavy House, and Jason Brown all in this break. Excellent. Great group of customers. Everyone, welcome Stephanie to the break room. Her very first break. Stephanie. That's Caden's girl. Caden brought his girlfriend in here. One of his buddies is watching as well. Thank you very much, Caden. Where's everyone from, says Cody. Bismarck, North Dakota, right here. Yeah, where are you guys from and what teams do you guys like? Good luck, Steph, says Chris. All right, Scott Thompson. He's the guy that made this happen. We were stalling out on orders. Scott got the party rolling. He's in the NFC North and NFC South. Tyson Langston helped us out as well. He's in the NFC East. Charles Peavy House, perhaps watching with his daughter. He's in the NFC West. Stephanie Simpkins, first-time customer. AFC North, Stephanie. AFC South is Jason Brown. Tyson Langston, AFC East. And Scott Thompson. His Chiefs, the AFC West. All right, Scott. Washington in the house, says JJ. Washington State. Chris Roberts is from Winnetka. All right, Chris. You must got a lot of money, my man. I'm all in on Minnesota, Padres, and Notre Dame Irish, too. All right, well, hey, tough year for you in sports this year, Cody. The Irish losing the bowl game, the Padres not making the playoffs, but that's all right. San Diego baby, says Sean. Jason Brown with my division again, says Nick. Go Chiefs, says Scott. Scott and I are thinking alike here. All right, here we go. T-Sizzle, T-Sizzle, let's sizzle. The Brines are hoping that Dwight Freeney still stays out here after this break. We'll find out. We will find out. All right, what do we got here, Mike? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, this is good.
Okay.
This is good. I like this. This is a really nice hit. This is one of the top fantasy players in all of fantasy football. How about Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts, the Eagles' young star quarterback. He's a team captain. He took them to the playoffs, Jalen Hurts did. He's a great runner. He's a good passer. We'll be seeing him next week in the playoffs. Jalen Hurts got a bye this week because the Eagles rested their starters. They should be playing better next week when Hurts is back. That is the NFC East. Tyson Langston. Very nice. Not a headliner in this series. Jalen Hurts. Second-year quarterback out of Alabama. One of the upstanding guys in the NFL. And one of the true dual-threat quarterbacks in the league. I like that hit. That's sweet, says Scott. Indeed. Tyson. Tyson, you the man. He helped us out closing out these breaks. Got himself a dub. Well-deserved, Tyson. Nice, says Tyson. He likes it. Jalen Hurts on the Eagles. Who needs a Freeney? I got one, says Scott Thompson.
Okay. Then not you.
Mike just thinks you're funny, Chris. By the way, Chris said he's not going to reference Winnetka a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
I know. Till December.
You gotta pick a new town.
And he hopped in now. Winnetka, Chris. My favorite thing about Chris is he's now spelling Winnetka correctly. He's got that K in there in the Winnetka, not the C.
Let's pick a different town. Unless you, Chris, unless you can name me 2 other movies that were filmed in Winnetka, other than Home Alone.
Then you're good.
And there are 2. So.
And I believe you referenced them on this program, Mike.
I did reference them on this program.
How much was Chris paying attention? Ooh, here we go, Mike. I knew Chris would notice this. What'd I tell you? Hey, Mike, something looks different today. More groomed. Did you get a cut, Mike?
I did. I shaved my beard.
Mike looks much younger now that he shaved.
It's my post Santa Claus beard.
Oh my gosh. All right, spanning through time number 2, Mike. I think it's 33 if you can get it since you're right there. Chris
Indeed,
Roberts. He trimmed that beard, says Charlie Peavy House.
Right.
Sure did. Sure did.
It was time to trim down the old soup strainer.
That's right. Bueller.
Yep.
Bob's giving you some clues there.
That's one.
JJ says, "Go Cowboys!" replying to Chris Roberts. There you go. Chris Roberts is the resident Cowboys fan. Everyone knows him now as Mr. Cowboy. That's what we're going to call you, Chris. Chris, you are Mr. Cowboy and Mr. Winnetka. You're both. All right, throw you guys in the randomizer. We got Norman Privet. Is that a new customer?
Norman's had about a dozen orders.
Okay, so relatively new customer in
and
here.
same with Jordan and Norman both have about a half dozen to a dozen orders.
All right, so we got a bunch of relatively new customers in here. Glad to have you guys in the break room. I know you guys can choose any break room. We are glad you chose us. Looks a little bit like Mark Burley, says Chris Roberts, the great White Sox pitcher. That Mark Burley had, what, 2 no-hitters?
He did.
That's incredible. A guy that wasn't a guy that threw 95. You know, he was a lefty that threw, what, like 90 maybe?
Yep, I'm a huge Burley fan. I got a handful of Burley autographs.
Yeah.
I like
John
Mark
Candy
Burley.
and Uncle Buck, says Bob. Okay.
That's right.
I remember that movie.
It's my youngest, one of her favorite movies. Top 5 for her.
That's a good one. This is Bob getting these, by the way, not Chris. So it doesn't count, Chris. It doesn't count towards your total. We got Norman Privet. You're in the NFC North, Norman. We had a Lance Briggs jersey coming out of here the last time we did the jersey break. So maybe that division's hot. Tyson Langston, NFC South. Scott Thompson, you're in the NFC West. Chris Roberts, AFC North. Scott Thompson, AFC South. Tyson, AFC East. And Jordan Anderson, AFC West. Chris is probably predicting AFC North. I know he won an AFC North last time he had a jersey break. All right, Mike. I don't know if you remember, about 30 minutes ago, I said there's a certain jersey I wanted to see in this break. How about it? Hall of Fame quarterback, Jim Kelly, one of the great guys in sports. Headliner hit, Jim Kelly on the retro dark blue Bills jersey. This man made 4 straight Super Bowls. He's in the Hall of Fame, one of the best passing quarterbacks in the 90s. He's now battled through cancer. He is a great human being, a great player. Jim Kelly, headliner hit. Beautiful looking jersey. Oh, baby. AFC East. And that is Tyson Langston. All right, Tyson. Back-to-back dubs. You see what happens when we say, let's close out a break? You enter the break, you get yourself a dub. Tyson Langston. Very nice, Tyson. All right. I don't know why these colors keep changing on me, but Tyson will mark you in blue right there and make this one the usual white. What a hit. Jim Kelly, probably the best jersey we have left in here. Tyson Langston. Kelly. So sweet. Nice hit. I knew it. I was chasing Kelly. At least I called the right box, says Chris. Okay. True. Coming in clutch for Tyson, Chris. Chris was also the closer, too.
Tyson was the closer.
Tyson was the closer.
Chris was in the right division, or the wrong division. He was in the right conference, wrong division.
Right.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, let's go, says Tyson. Indeed. Jim Kelly. Ah, this is beautiful. Love this jersey. Now that's a hit. That's what you call yourself a hit. Jim Kelly, one of the best hits of the day. headliner hit in the Jersey series. I think it's because I alluded to him earlier in the show. I wished it into existence. I wished us pulling Jim Kelly into existence. That's something I certainly wanted. Who's your team, Tyson? I forget, says Chris Roberts. Chris is looking to trade. Chris is looking for that Jim Kelly jersey. Yeah, that's a sweet jersey. It's like that dark blue. It's like a retro. Tyson Langston Kelly. All right, Tyson.
So everybody knows we have 7 slots left in the next any given Saturday, and every slot remaining in every other break.
Okay, so guys, we are wide open right now. It is 3:57. Hit you guys with the last call. We'll stay on 8 minutes again. My lucky number worked last time at 4:05. We are going to do the top spot chase. If we don't get any orders in the next 8 minutes, that will be the show. But we get within 3 or 4 slots. You guys see what happens. We get close, we extend the deadline, and we keep the party rolling. So we'll give you guys 8 minutes. A last call. We'll see where we're at 4:05. If we are 3 spots or less in something, we'll keep rolling. Otherwise, we're doing top spot chase at 4:05. Seattle Seahawks. Tyson's a Seattle Seahawk fan. We had a Seahawk in the first break, or not even a break. It was a personal. We had a Sean Alexander personal coming out of the what was it? Any given Saturday. Jeffrey Todd, if you're in here by some chance, Jeffrey Todd, we do have a T-Sizzle personal for you, Jeffrey. If you would like that broken live on the air, if you're listening by some chance, let us know. Let us know. Thanks for everyone for being here in the break room, though. We've had a great afternoon. Again, if you guys want to keep the afternoon going, we're staying on until at least 4:05. We get within 3 slots or less. We'll extend that deadline, and we'll keep rocking and rolling. We are wide open on every break, except for 1 slot has been taken up in any given Saturday. We are definitely going to do something else fun, though, regardless of whether you fill up the breaks or not. We have our Top Spot Chase. Top Spot Chase, a list. Everyone here will have a chance for some UA cash. That's Derek P., Tom W., Tony P., Graham Elliott, Colton Baker, Chris Reitmeyer, and Jason Hall. So we'll do a Top Spot Chase at the end of the show. But I would like to keep the party going, guys. I want the show to keep going. We fill up some orders. We'll keep things rolling in the break room. I'll take a look at some of the NFL scores while we do that. Let's see. We still have 14-0 Dolphins. Rams looking to go up. It's 3-0. They got a 4th and 1 on the San Fran 2. I'm seeing on my game cast. So that'll be interesting to see if they go for the touchdown or the field goal to go up 6-0. Big story out of the NFL today, unfortunately for the Perrine family. 26-11, the Jaguars taking down the Colts. Colts are eliminated out of the playoffs. The Steelers getting a 16-13 road win at the Ravens in Ben Roethlisberger's last regular season game. He got a huge 4th down conversion that led him to that win. The Steelers now are in the playoffs unless the Chargers and Raiders tie tonight. Chargers and Raiders are both 9-7. Winner gets the final playoff spot in the AFC. Loser goes home, and if they tie, I believe they both get in, which is crazy.
That's wild.
That is absolutely wild in the NFL. I'll show you guys our closest break. Give you one look at this bad boy. We've got an Eric Dickerson, the all-time single-season rushing yard leader. Eric Dickerson, over 2,000 rush yards. He is a headliner in this series. We have a Tony Dorsett flash, one of the all-time great Cowboy and NFL running backs. He's a headliner. We still have out there Jeff Saturday, the great center, ESPN personality, played with Peyton Manning. He's out there. And we have a Devontae Adams Lunar. That is our closest break right now. Let's fill that bad boy up. Otherwise, everything will happen tonight at 8 o'clock in our 8 o'clock show. So that's up to you guys if you want to keep the party rolling.
Still 4 hours away.
Only 4 hours away. Wow.
From right now.
We now have 5 left in the next Hurricane Ditka. So someone hopped in the Hurricane Ditka. That is our current closest break. So if we can get to within 3 spots on that one in the next 4 minutes, we'll extend the deadline. Otherwise, that will be tonight. So let's see where we're at 4:05. We fill up another break. We'll keep rolling. I need that Edge College, says Katrina. She's looking at James Brown. She's like, James Brown, I need that. Katrina is definitely requesting that. Tyson, I have a Seattle Supersonics jersey, says Chris Roberts. Okay. Okay. That's pretty cool, Chris. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool. 10-0. Rams got the touchdown. Looks like my 49ers pick is not looking great, but it's still early. It's still early.
Very early.
Very early. Early in the second quarter, to be exact. Surprising, the Bucks are losing 7-0 to the Panthers, who have looked abysmal lately. Go figure.
Go figure. What do you know? Move this bad boy back on the
Oh,
screen
yeah, let's not forget about our
Dutch.
Dutchie. If you guys want this Dutch item, that is Lynn Dickey. He's at his rock bottom price. If you guys want him, you can have him. 4 slots away from Hurricane Ditka. All right, guys, let's do another Hurricane. We're closing in on Hurricane Ditka, just 4 away. Katrina, it's okay. Jason Brown, I messed up. It's all right. It can get confusing typing. I speak from experience. Hit me up on Facebook, says Tyson, the Chris Roberts who is looking to trade.
Call me on my cell phone.
We got a couple slots in the money moves as well. We have 6 left in the money moves as well, guys. The money is a moving. Jeremy Field got a big order. Jeremy, thank you for getting that big order. Jeremy got a couple slots in the Hurricane Ditka and a couple slots in the money moves. Jacob Ronning hopped in as well. Jason Brown. Those folks would like to keep the party coming. That's up to you guys if you want to join them and do another break or two this afternoon. We'll see where we're at 4:05. I said 3 slots. We're at 4 slots. So we got to get at least one more knocked off there if you guys want to do Hurricane Ditka.
Do you want to do the chase since we haven't gotten a multi-sport slab order in an hour and 50 minutes?
Yeah, we can do the chase. We can do the chase. It doesn't look like we're going to fill another multi-sport slab, so we'll do the chase. Jason Brown, if you're watching and want to trade me that Edge College, email me at Trina47403. Jason Brown. Katrina, I'll tell you this. Jason is in the chat sometimes, so if he's not watching today, I'll be sure, at the moment, he'll be watching maybe later today. I'll be sure to remind Jason about, I mean, Jason's probably watching because he just got an order, by the way. So, Jason, if you're watching, obviously no pressure. You may not want to trade that item because it's a great item, but if you do, hit up Katrina and let her know. As for the multi-sport slab, yeah, Mike, you're right. We haven't had any orders. Even if we do fill up the breaks that we have going, I don't think we'll do another multi-sport break. So we are going to take our names in here, and we are going to head to the randomizer, and we're going to do a top spot break. Top spot gets a chance for some U8 cash. Here we go. We're going to go 8 times. Jason, hit me up too. Want that Hurricane. Sean's a Miami fan. He wants the Edge because he's on Miami.
Yep.
Katrina wants him because he's on the Colts.
That's true.
Next click is top spot break. That's Derek P. Derek P. You are the top spot break. Derek, if you're watching, let us know what number you want us to start on. Otherwise, we'll start on 1. We'll give Derek about a minute, and I'll give you guys a couple minutes to see if you want to fill out our last breaks. Derek, are you in here? Derek P. Are you in here? Derek. Otherwise, I'll spin, Mike. I know you don't love to spin. I'll spin for Derek on 1. We'll give him until 4. Sean, get out of here, says Katrina. A lot of fun. Katrina, I hope you didn't see the jokes Sean was dropping earlier in the chat, because all in good fun, of course, but Sean was dropping jokes your way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and spin that wheel. Give you guys, while that's going on, if you guys get a little bit closer on that Hurricane Ditka, we'll break it. Otherwise, if we don't, that'll get carry over until tonight. All right.
I'm holding it in place.
All right, perfect. We'll start on 1. That way our hands are technically both on the wheel.
Yes, my arm is on the wheel.
All right, here we go. Big money. Oh, Mike, this is huge. Huge money. Derek P. 95 bucks. You in cash.
Nice.
95 bucks, Derek. Awesome. Awesome. I thought it was going to be 100, but it just kept rolling.
Wowie zowie.
95 big bucks, Derek P. Been in a 39 here, medium today. You were wrong, Chris. You were wrong. 95.
You were wrong.
Oh, Sean says I'm a Gators fan. I need to trade it to Katrina for that Jason Taylor. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right, well, hey, Fred Taylor, was it Jason Taylor? Fred Taylor was a Florida Gator. We had him earlier in the show.
Yes.
I've been to the Swamp. I covered a Mizzou Florida game at the Swamp. Really good media spread at University of Florida. They had brunch for us, and it was some of the best media food I've ever eaten in my life, Mike.
I've been to a swamp.
A swamp, not the swamp in
And
Florida.
You know who hates it when you go to their swamp?
Who's that?
Shrek and Ghost.
Oh, Freaking Ghost, our guy in here.
I know he's not in here, but I had to.
Oh,
when
I
did we
love it.
talk about swamps ever? You know?
Right.
I had to go Shrek on this one.
Oh, I love it. All right, 2-minute warning, guys. We'll keep it nice and even. 4:10. It's now 4:08. We have 4 left in Hurricane Ditka. We fill up those 4 slots by 4 o'clock. We'll do that break. Otherwise, that'll be it for the afternoon show, giving you guys a 2-minute warning, a last call. We already did our top spot chase, so we're hopping off the air at 4:10, unless we fill up that Hurricane Ditka or get within 2 slots, because we have 4 remaining right now. This Lynn Dickey full-size authentic Eclipse is our Dutch item, 240 bucks on the full-size authentic. Just a few minor scratches up top. You see that little white up top, one of the only small issues with it. A little scratch right there as well. So that bad boy could be yours for 240 bucks. Last call for the Hurricane Ditka. Let's close out the Hurricane Ditka this show. Otherwise, we'll do that Hurricane Ditka tonight. Mike, we did have an exciting show because we broke for the cycle. We did at least one break of everything. A whole bunch of Hurricane Ditkas, I believe. Several T-Sizzles. I think we just did one All the Small Things Multi-Sport any given Saturday. And I think we did maybe 1 Money Moves as well.
We did do 1 Money Moves, 2 T-Sizzles, 2 Spanning Through Times, 1 All the Small Things.
All right, I'm going to throw this on one last time for the folks. Let them know about the Money Moves, because this is one that I want to do either here in the next 5 minutes or tonight. We have O.J. Simpson camo still out there in this series. We have the Marshall Faulk Lunar, Speed Flex Lunar, and the Travis Kelce Flash. And then we have a really good list of non-headliners in this series. These are some of the non-headliners that I believe are still out there. Deion Sanders, Devontae Adams, Tony Dorsett, Tony Romo, Justin Jefferson, Sean Alexander, Michael Vick, Joe Green, and Ty Law. That's a series that I would love to get through. It is sick. Chris is saying, be careful out there, Mike. Don't let the Windy City chap your fresh facial skin. Wrap up.
Don't you worry, I'm all wrapped up. I'm all wrapped up. It's actually, I parked really close to the building today as well. So
No, keeping it.
Be okay.
I did too. Do you notice I took the closest slot possible?
I sure did.
Are you parked next to me?
No, I'm not. I'm parked to the first.
On the other end.
Staggered
Yeah,
spot.
I was I'm going to park as close as possible and walk as little as possible. Anyways, guys, thank you for a great show today at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We haven't had any orders in the last 10 minutes since I hit you with the last call. Very few orders in the last 30 minutes. So that means we're going to move to tonight. You guys saw that originally we were going to sign off at 3:30. We stayed here until almost 4:15. I want to stay on as long as I can for you guys, and I felt like I did that. We'll stay on all night long tonight. Happy to do 8 o'clock to midnight if you guys want. We keep breaking as long as we can. Tyson says he'll see us tonight. Tyson, we'll see you tonight. We'll see Jason Brown and Jacob Ronning, that Hurricane Ditka break. Jeremy Field as well. But we'll break that tonight. Thanks to everyone on a great show. And we'll be back tonight at 8 o'clock Central Time. Hopefully all those parlays out there hit for you. hopefully your teams sneak in the playoffs this afternoon. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you for breaking with Ultimate Autographs in the UA Live Break Room. If you had an awesome time, you can join us again every day. We are live breaking certified sports memorabilia at noon and 7 p.m. Central Time every weekday and 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central Time on the weekends. As a reminder, if you purchased a spot in a break that did not fill, your spot will transfer to the next UA Live Breaks broadcast. Lastly, if you earned UA cash today, the funds will be added to your account in 24 hours. Thanks again for breaking with Ultimate Autographs. We hope to see you again soon.